7 times to make that episode.
All right, we got 2 people waiting. Ready for me to go live?
Yeah.
Can you see it?
We are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the podcast. I am Nick.
I'm Tyler.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
That other guy, Shannon.
I'm the guy you probably can't hear because we still didn't do a mic check.
This is true.
Check.
We did kind of a sort of mic
Yeah, 'cause
check.
mine-
It works over here. Doesn't necessarily work over here.
Yeah, so
I don't
did
know
you
what the
plug in
problem
your
is.
headphones and do the output thing like I just asked?
No.
Yeah, you just went live and just
Yeah, that's
ignored
what
me,
he
so now
does.
no one can hear me.
You know what? If you spoke up, like, not a little bitch.
I just noticed how you named the last episode. Can you paradiddle now?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't hardly hear me for shit. You can't hardly hear him.
I was gonna say, I just shouted check, and the mic was like, oh god.
That's alright, you're allowed anyway.
We just need to put the blue Yeti right in the middle.
There's a Yeti?
Yeah. It turns out they're real, and they make great microphones.
Wow.
Wow.
Woo. So,
I got really excited because we carry, so we've always had the Yetis, but they've never actually come, like, the GameStop, they come with games. Like Best Buy, they come with games. Like,
Is
all
this,
these companies.
is this at Target or Meijer?
Oh, no, this is at the library.
Okay.
Dollar General.
Gotcha. Okay.
But-
Actually, speaking of Dollar General.
Goodwill?
Yeah.
You never know.
We have to keep it locked up in the case.
I was going to say, you never know.
A lot of people donating.
A lot of people donating Yetis specifically.
No, but seriously, they don't come with video games. Everywhere else they come with video games. So we finally got
If you
one
buy
that comes-
specific packs.
But we finally got one. It comes with a video game. So
Rocket
pick
League.
one up. No, it comes with fucking PUBG, which I already fucking own.
Well, I mean, a lot of people own that, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why make... Here's this game that like 400 million people have. Let's put that in there.
3 million.
And one.
At least one.
I will say, going through and making fun of places of operation. So, did you guys hear about Dollar General?
Are they selling a $1,000 monitor stand?
No, close. So Dollar General owns Family Dollar.
Okay.
Okay, so Dollar General, everything's $1. Family Dollar, everything's cheap. To try to get people to.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, it's not. Dollar Tree's $1. I
thought
only-
Dollar,
no.
Dollar General's the
Dollar
one.
General's the one that's not. Yeah, Dollar Tree is $1.
I
Sorry.
can't not hear that every time he says it.
Every time
Anyway.
I've never noticed. Like I've been so.
He's
used to
never
it for
noticed
20
it, and then
By
he
the-
mentioned
I
it and brought it up.
noticed but for 27 years, I've just been used to it, and then now every time he does, I'm like, oh, he did it.
Quick
Oh, he
3
did it.
second
He did it.
sidebar. I think it's a drummer thing because one of my good friends who's a drummer said that today, and it rivaled Nick's, and I was like, this was good.
Whoa, we gotta have a no off.
Someone a stutter so fast.
It's not a duel. It's a no.
I
Anyway,
will
sorry.
never forget, didn't you say that to one of your guests? It was like,
No.
manager. No, somebody walked up and was like, "Can I?" And he went, "Today, Junior."
That was the general manager of Sears. My bad. He had a bad stuttering problem.
And he straight up pulled a Billy Madison.
I was not having a good day that day, and I was not having it, and yeah. Anyway, no. So long story short, just try to get people to shop at the place that doesn't like everything's $1 to get people to shop more.
They take coupons now.
No, they just got a liquor license from the U.S., so now they can sell alcohol
Nice.
because nothing says.
You can't be cheap though.
I mean, it's whatever
I feel
price
like
they
they
set it
got,
at.
No, but I mean, technically, liquor cannot be made cheaper than I think.
A certain amount.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
Right. So it legally can't be sold for cheaper than X amount, but X amount is whatever they pay for it.
Okay.
So unless they are personally wanting to take a cut in what they're making on the money, which they can't legally do, but they can technically, if they want to, as low as sell it as cost.
Yeah, I went to Dollar Tree not too long ago and walked around with Kaylee and asked at least 300 times how much this was. 'Cause I'm a child.
I just think of Animaniacs as like, how
I
much
was
is
just
this?
gonna say,
How much is this? How much is
that's
this?
all
And
I
they're like,
remember.
the whole store is $1. So he takes the entire store and leaves them $1 and then walks out.
That's the funniest thing ever. No, my question is like, so like, do they keep like Pabst Blue Ribbon like locked up behind the counter? Like, is that
Probably because that's the high end stuff. Yeah.
Is that the fancy beer?
What's your most expensive? What's your most expensive bottle of champagne? Oh, we
Mums.
got Mums. Well, how much is that? It's like $20. Well, I want like a $300 bottle of champagne. You got something like that? Or you could buy a whole bunch of Mums.
Meet the parents.
Ben Stiller. And some guy that never went anywhere. I don't believe.
Owen Wilson.
He's in the movie, but yeah.
Wow. I can't remember the guy's name.
Wow.
He kind of plays the same kind of guy and everything. But no, what
Who it is, I didn't
what all has everybody been playing?
Oh my god. I've been playing the fucking shit out of ESO. I'm champion level 30 now.
I played it once.
It's so good.
I have
I
been playing.
can beat you. I've played it.
I have
Zero.
not touched it in
Oh.
a while.
Guess what I did?
Played ESO.
Yeah, no, but guess what I did?
Turned your computer on to play ESO.
I did. I read an article
Stats.
online and it was like, hey,
400.
if you guys remember my story from last week, I got on this week and it was like, hey, so I was reading online that I'm not playing my character really well and efficiently, so I went through and paid to reset my skills and my attribute points, and then fucked it up again. So now that my character doesn't do
Did you
anything,
do it again?
yeah, it's the second time. So
Look
like,
for- oh my god, you can see my bald spot. Well, I'll forever be talking like this. How you doing?
I've been
Yeah.
playing, a lot of Mordhau.
Yes.
Same.
And as of last night, a lot of Destiny 2, with the new season of Opulence starting.
Don't worry, I
I-
don't play that either, guys.
I Tyler and I have made a pact. We have to beat the new raid by Tuesday.
I have
Oh,
not
you
done
mean
a
Portal
single
2?
raid on any Destiny.
No.
Oh, well,
I mean-
That's by Wednesday.
I'm
Yeah.
I already finished 1 and 2. That took me
I haven't
like, that took me
started
like
either.
2 or
I
3 days.
installed
I
them.
was gonna say I installed it today.
I was saying,
I-
I'm already, we're
I think
already
I'm 2
there.
puzzles away from finishing the first Portal,
We're past that.
but I've not
Wait, we're
played
supposed
it.
to do both of them?
Wait,
We're supposed to do 1 and 2
I'll go
by.
and install the second one.
Because you can
Yeah.
smash
You
through
didn't
1
beat
and 2
Portal
in
in
a
one
day.
sitting?
I went before I went to work today, and I just about did.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you think if I make a stream and label it Speedrun Portal 1, if I get a lot of viewers?
Right.
Probably.
Because it says like of 19. What?
Well, I mean, we have till the 26th for
Yeah,
Portal.
We still got,
So I mean, we've still got 3 weeks.
I think the first Portal can be beaten in like 46 seconds.
I'm just so happy I'm on vacation.
Oh, like if you're talking about the wall glitching shit, yeah. But I mean, like I personally, I got to the point where I could beat Portal 1 in about an hour and a half.
Man, that's slow compared to the speedrunners.
it took me.
Well,
it
but
took
I'm not a
me-
fucking speedrunner. Suck a dick,
It
man.
took me like 2.5 hours to get through it.
Hey, it's Pride Month. You take that shot in the mouth. I'm sorry.
Well, goodbye, 3 viewers. We
Yeah.
My dad. No, if you're talking about back in the day, you used to beat Portal in like 40 minutes.
No, that was an Narbacular drop. I could beat in 15.
I don't know what the fuck any of those
It's
are.
the prequel to Portal.
What Narbacular drop was the game that they made as a senior project in college that made Valve go, "Hey, that was a really cool game," and then they bought them, and then
Main
yeah.
Portal.
Oh, I heard
Where's
an
my
official
background?
statement now as to why Half-Life 3 will never get made.
Because they will never be able to live up to everyone's expectation on that game.
They actually made a comment after Game of Thrones, apparently. They came out and was like, this is the exact... Like, the hatred on the internet for just people in this culture is just... We're will never do it just because we just don't want to deal with all these fucking assholes
No,
online.
yeah,
so, like, we're just not even going to bother.
It'd be stupid for them. I mean,
Yeah, but they never
Yes,
even made
everybody
episode
wants-
3. I mean, it's almost a 3 fear.
everybody
Yeah.
wants them to make Half-Life 3, but the moment that they do, you're going to have that very, very vocal minority that is like, this is not the game we wanted.
That's what I hate is that 1% is fucking ruining everything for the
And
rest
then the leader of that 1% is going to make a petition on change.org to scrap the game and remake a new game and brand new canon.
But did you hear about that? And I know you did because they talked about this at Rooster Teeth. But the fact of
The
they went through-
1.4 million signers for the.
Well, but so the guy that created that petition
Oh, yeah.
came out and was like,
like,
look, and it was literally called like the petition to make Game of Thrones with competent writers
Yeah.
or something like that.
He's not against the actors.
Well, but he was like, it wasn't against the actors, it was against the people. And now everybody's mad at me, and they're coming out and attacking me for this thing that I made online. And like, I don't understand why people are attacking me for this thing that I made online. And it's like, oh, well, now you know how HBO feels, you piece of shit. But, like, he's, like, trying to get sympathy from it. And he made a comment about, like, oh, well, now, like, no one in the cast will, you know, probably want to be friends with me. And I was like, no one in the cast even knows your fucking name.
Well, they do now, so.
I don't think they do. I think they purposely, like,
They just know guy from internet that hates us, basically, is the whole point.
My thing is, I was like, if you want to make a show and end it a certain way, go make your own fucking show. I'm sorry. This was their show. They decided to end it the way they fucking wanted to end it.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to like it. That's not what I'm saying. But to get
It is
that
funny.
worked
I
up,
wasn't happy, but I
threat-
was content. That's the last I'm gonna say.
Threatening
That's
to
why I was
kill
too.
the writers' families.
Oh, yeah,
over
no,
this, I'm
that's
like, what the
too far
fuck?
overboard.
Welcome to humanity, though.
But it's
If anybody
awful.
deserves that, it's the writers for Weeds.
Remember the whole war? Where if you didn't believe in the same God, he died?
Exactly.
It's coming back, but it's, did you like Game of Thrones
Yeah,
yesterday?
literally.
Did you like the ending?
For
Shannon,
Jon Snow.
What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing Mordhau with you guys, definitely.
I still think that night where we had like, I think it was all 5
There,
of us.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
there was 5 of us
And
playing.
we were running around. That was by far one of the best.
Well, the 4 of
experiences
us,
I've had.
not you, haha, and Drake.
Yeah, it was Drake. Wasn't
Yeah.
it?
No, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Here, hold on. I'll pretend to be Drake.
I think
I
it's
got
more than
it.
just a neck.
Not much.
No,
Wow, that's rude.
That's rude.
There's some legs there.
But
that was a lot of fun
Okay.
until we played a match where it was like all of us, and then Corey was like, "Oops, I selected the wrong team," and then it was like us playing, and then like
Corey charging
Like,
on a horse, killing all of us.
while there's some random guy with a lute sitting in the fucking carriage, just
you know what is pretty funny about all that, though? You know who killed me the most? Fucking Drake.
yeah.
Like, he had the short spear. I mean, I don't know where I'm like, I stop and I go to turn, and all of a sudden he's just like, I'm dead.
He hates the horse people, so he always focuses horses.
But I also
Yeah.
I watched a video and I sent to the group chat, the strongest weapon in the game, sledgehammer. Not maul, sledgehammer. Because it drains 35 stamina. You hit someone 4 times, they drop their weapon. It's guaranteed. It's hilarious. I made him drop his sword and shield. And then he punched me once, and then I crushed his head.
And then I turned around and brought out my version of Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah, and
Gary.
walked out with a maul.
Hilarious fucking character, my ass.
Walked out with a maul, and he was like, "Uh-oh." And I went to swing and feinted, and he blocked, and I just went up and over the head and just crushed him.
Yeah, I was watermelon.
It's pronounced watermelon.
Yeah.
All I know is my
Watermelon.
But afterwards, it's post, so like post Malone.
Hey, thank you for explaining that.
Yeah,
That was very
agree
part
with
of
you
you,
on that.
sir.
No, I think one of my favorite stories of doing something like that was Battlefield 1 had a really bad issue. Well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't even an issue. But if you were in a party with people, it wouldn't put you on the same teams necessarily.
Yeah.
So
It was Battlefield 1.
I used to go through and play with Scott all the time, and it was literally like
Pilgrim?
we'd be sitting there and I'd be like, dude, like where you at? And he was like, oh, I'm on the other team or whatever. And we were like, oh, okay, let's just fuck with everyone. So like I'd be like, okay, let everyone else run through. You come around the side to our respawn point and just throw a shit ton of C4 on the helicopter. I'll switch over to team chat and be like, guys, I got the helicopter. Everybody jump in. So I'd get like, do what?
Battlefield.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Sorry.
Makes more sense. I'm like, helicopters?
Battlefield 4 on Xbox One. But I would do it and be like, hey, everybody jump in the helicopter. And they're like, sweet, like, okay, so everybody would jump in. And I'd be flying. And then I would, like, text Scott and I'd be like, now. I'd jump out and everyone in the team would be like, did the fucking driver just jump, or pilot jump out? And then the whole thing would just blow. And everyone's like, what the fuck? It would always be so
I love
fun.
the Blackhawks in that game. You can do all sorts of wonky shit.
I used to like just sitting on the wing and just fucking repairing it.
It got to a point where some people would, like on the same team would throw C4 on the bottom, and then you'd be flying a helicopter and a tank would like start shooting, and you just
Fly
fly
in.
low and
Oh, well, that's a good idea.
yeah, it blew up the tank. Because it only took I think 2 C4 to blow up a tank.
Totally, it's kind of on that, but totally random. Did any of you guys really play Hardline?
No.
So the
I played
I
it a
was told it was so
little
bad.
bit.
okay, well this is
I played the-
really
I played it
side
not
note.
as much as I would like to have because I don't know. I really enjoyed the over the top action TV series.
I actually
kinda
played it quite a bit, but the
setup.
physics in that game were super wonky, and we found some really stupid stuff you could do. You could take
fucking shit.
What was that?
Tried to
Rockets,
fucking-
Rockets, sing that song.
Tried to fucking eat me.
Rockets just jumped, man.
He's hungry,
They
man.
have legs.
But
But
he's
like,
alive. He talks.
you could take like one of the quad bikes or one of like the fan boats too. But you could just, if you put C4 on like the back bottom part of it, and you would like go up a hill. If you were getting enough speed, you could blow it up and you could send it across the map. You could like hit other people's spawns. I have like a bunch of stupid videos of us doing this, and so we would just like. Somebody would be, it was like this bayou level, and you just see a fan boat just flying in the air over to the other spawn and like landing, and then everybody just jumps out and then just starts wrecking people on the other side. Like we're getting behind enemy lines with a fan boat. It was so stupid. We just,
funniest fucking thing.
I have like random video on my PlayStation. I'll show you sometime, but it was a good
Share
time.
that shit.
Speaking of PlayStation, does anybody happen to hear about Destiny 2?
No.
So people were going through and mining the
Oh, I heard a little bit.
like they were like mining the stuff in the new update.
Data mining for the expansion.
Oh my god, guys,
Yeah.
we need to create a game where it's literally just you mining code, and it's basically like a Minecraft style game, but it's just you're going through code instead of like.
We'll call it Mindcraft.
Love it.
Fucking write it down.
No, so somebody uncovered a new feature that is apparently supposed to be announced tomorrow.
Ooh, is it the game's good? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Wow! Wow! That's the end of the podcast, guys. We're done. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
I like the game. There's just not as much
no,
content as I
cross saves.
Oh,
Between PC and Xbox, you're going to be able to
Use the
transfer
same
drugs
character.
and leave it to Sony to bury their fucking heads in the sands and be like, no, you.
But we all love
Hold on, time out.
great. I
What does that fucking matter?
So like I have a lot of friends that play on Xbox. So I play on Xbox, but I also have a lot of friends that like playing on PC. So I play on PC.
Yeah, you can switch
So now
back
I
and
have
forth.
2 different characters that I have to go in and level up at different intervals. Whereas now I'll be able to have one character.
Yeah, no, I totally get that, but you already have those 2 characters.
Right, but the new
It'd be a
expansion's
great
coming
game
out
for
now.
like a brand new, the whole new, like Destiny 3.
But
Ish,
I think
but
that's what they're laying
I mean,
groundwork
I
for.
get
I
that,
think
but
that's the stepping
I do
stone.
agree with what he's saying is it's a bit fucking late to the table now.
But that's the thing. I
But at
think
least now the
2 years
expansion.
later.
Exactly. I think now we're at the point because now that Bungie's bought themselves out of Activision, they are
Losing money.
laying the groundwork for what they want Destiny 3
This is the roast side of the table over here.
Did you hear what they fucking did? They took Activision out of the fucking game. Like,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
go into the
Yeah,
fucking
but
game,
it's-
it does not say
It
Activision
says other
anywhere.
partner, right?
Yeah.
Partner studio.
Partner Studio, Activision. They're no longer credited with creating the game.
That is
A little
fucking
bit
great.
of shade right
A
there.
little?
A little bit of shade.
Lot.
I mean, I played the new content last night. I haven't played the Menagerie yet, which is like the new
Gesundheit.
6-player match-made content.
What's your shirt say?
Silence the Noise. It's a
Fight
company,
the Noise.
It's a company that creates Fight the Noise.
Fight the
Yeah,
Noise.
Sorry.
I was like,
Sorry.
that's not how you spell
I
that.
got fight the, and then he said silence the, and I'm like, oh, hold on.
I was like, am I reading this in the wrong order?
Sorry. It's Fight the Noise. The shirt is the Silencer company. They create silencers for weapons.
Oh, okay.
So
This
Hit-
company
Hitman.
really like, I don't remember
Suppressors,
the name of it.
thank you.
Yeah. I haven't played the Menagerie yet, but
He's trying to move on.
the content seems good. I don't know
What is it?
So the Menagerie, it's 6v6
Is that what you
match-made
spread on like
content.
toast?
It's not as hard as the Black Armories were when
I don't even know what that was.
those
Same.
first came out. Those were very, I don't want to say time gated because it wasn't like, oh, you have to wait a week. It was more so, it was time gated in the sense that you had to be a certain light level to be successful in them, and it took a little while to get to that light level. It wasn't like a hard time gate explicitly where the content doesn't come out. The content was available, people just didn't have the gear to do it. Now, with the Season of Opulence, they introduced Power Surge. So when you start it, the quest line to unlock the Menagerie rewards you with enough gear to replace every slot on your character with the minimum light level required to enter said content.
So it's harder now?
No, it's easier to get into the content, but the content itself might be more difficult. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. I've only done the quest line leading up to it. I was in the middle of. I was about to start it when you signed on, and we switched over to more now.
Gotcha. Sorry, I
You're
made you
fine.
have a great time.
Yes, yes, I did.
Wow.
No, but I'm gonna watch the stream tomorrow and see what they say. I'm sure they're gonna announce Shadowkeep, the new expansion. I'm sure they're gonna talk about cross save and all that. I think we still have another year,
Watch cross saves just like a character, like an NPC.
maybe 2 of Destiny 2 before we even see anything about Destiny 3.
Oh, absolutely.
Surprise, surprise, E3 this year.
Yeah, watch. That's what they're gonna drop.
That'd be hilarious. I'm sorry.
I mean, you guys know my feelings on Destiny 2. I know some of you haven't
you
had the
hated
best
it.
experience with it.
I wouldn't say I haven't had the best experience. I
It's
got
okay.
so ingrained in the first one. Like, it was that one game I would rush home to play
Yes.
every single day. And for some reason, the second one did not have that same draw.
To me, it just felt like my issue with 2, and I'm sorry, and I know
And
people are not going to.
Who here has played Forsaken?
I started it.
Okay,
I got bored.
I didn't
that's
start it.
that's the point right there. I would say I had the same feeling about the Destiny 2 original. Was I liked the story and all that, but then it fell flat for
The
endgame.
first one, to me, had nothing to do with the story. Because what was the story?
There wasn't.
Yeah.
No shit.
We don't have time to explain. I don't have time to explain.
Yeah.
Hold on. You
Literally.
have to unlock shit to get into your
No,
phone,
you have
so
to
have
Here's
to
a
use
weapon.
an app to go
Because
through and
you have to
like
go to-
read a book to
Download the
tell you.
Bungie.net app so that you can read backstory on what the story actually is.
Yeah.
But like to me, I loved the raid. The first raid in Destiny 1, like phenomenal.
Was that Vault of Glass?
Yeah,
Okay,
Vault
yeah.
of Glass.
Yeah, the one I never did.
I just loved the
I've never done a
idea
single
that
raid in
they
Destiny.
had no objective markers. Like there was no clue on what to do. You just had to figure it out. And
That's
as
the
far
way
as I
the
know, that's
Leviathan was.
right. And as far as I know, that's how the majority of raids are, which is good. But none of the raids like Crota after that was. I don't remember the third one.
Leviathan.
Oh,
Leviathan was a lot of fun.
They're Trials.
I think I enjoyed the Leviathan a lot because I enjoyed the
Which one's
aesthetic.
Leviathan?
The first raid in Destiny 2.
Okay.
I enjoyed it because I enjoyed the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
It's literally
You're in a throne room, right?
Emperor Callus shows up and he is on the Leviathan. And the Leviathan is I'll show them the picture I showed you.
I never did the raid. That's
The
right. I
Leviathan
forgot.
is
You never did the
it's
raid
a
for
world-
Destiny?
No, because
I-
nobody ever wanted to play with me.
The
Yeah,
ship
I'm in the
itself
same boat.
itself
I never did any of
is
them. I've never done a
I've
single
beaten
raid.
the raid like 5 times.
I've never-
Let me rephrase. In Destiny 2, I never beat any of the raids in Destiny
So
1.
that's my point. Destiny 1, the raids, I also like. I was always on with Skylar and Charles.
Yeah.
Every single day. So we always had our fire team of 3, and that's the other thing with this one. I don't.
that's the
Everyone works
Leviathan.
different ships.
That's
cool as fuck.
That's a planet. I mean, that ship is
Yeah.
larger than a planet, showing up, and the Emperor Callus sits on that ship, and they devour planets. The planets turn it into raw materials. He creates a
Galactus?
purple wine out of that, and when you zone into the raid, you hover over a mission and it says you're going to do this, and this.
Right.
When you hover over the raid, the only thing it says is in quotes, "grow fat from strength."
Huh.
And the entire city is this white, gold, and purple experience. I've seen like a throne room or something that is Yeah.
like gold everything.
The
Looks really cool.
The aesthetic for it was really cool, and I enjoyed the experience. The gauntlet that was the dogs encounter, not the dogs.
The race, the
race encounter.
yeah, the gauntlet
The
stuff.
dogs encounter where you had to sneak through this forest
Well, see-
and not get discovered, and then the entire team had to coordinate. Okay, now and then two and two each tried to burn down one dog each at the same time.
But see, that's another thing I really
Just
liked.
Like the harpies in
Yeah.
Vault of Glass.
Yeah.
Right. So that's another thing I liked with the Leviathan raid is
I have no idea what the fuck it is.
the way it's set up from beginning to end. It's not like every other raid of every other game where it's okay,
First boss.
play through it. Okay, now we're to
Every-
this boss,
every
tank and spank.
section
Okay, now
is
play
like a
through.
puzzle,
Okay,
some
this
is
boss,
like a
tank and
puzzle.
spank.
They could
Like
call it
it
an actual
and going
boss.
through and everything like that.
It's
Like
probably some kind of like. What are the dogs in?
Okay, so
They're-
there's
Physically, what
three
are they?
different. There's 3 different bosses leading up to the Callus encounter, the Emperor encounter. So there's the dogs. There's symbols throughout the Leviathan. There's the dogs. There's the axes. There's the sun, and then there's the chalice.
Gotcha.
So you have to complete the 4 encounters before you can fight
Right.
the Emperor.
And it's all
I just
mechanics
thought you were
based.
lighting actual dogs on fire.
No,
No.
no. You have to so like with the dogs, you have to sneak around and use these it's orbs that you pick up, and then
You know the
and
mechanic where you pick an orb up and you have to run it somewhere and then deposit
Yeah.
it and to activate something.
Slam dunk.
Same,
Yeah.
yeah.
kind of like that concept, but you have to run around and everybody's
Come
carrying
on,
these
it's
while there's two people that have crystals up top. And then you run to a flower and they shoot the flower with the crystal so that way it releases spores that are absorbed by your orbs to get them to do increased damage, to increase the amount of damage that you do and stuff like that, while there are these dogs walking around, and these dogs do exponential
So they're
amounts
actual
of
dogs.
legitimate dogs.
Warbies.
Warbies.
Oh, the orb. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then you have to get to the point, but it's like one of those where if you were to walk up to him and try to damage him, like
It's not gonna happen.
dude, you can't kill it. So you have to sneak around and try to increase your multiplier to the point where you're doing every person is doing 64 times damage, so that way you can hopefully have a chance to get each of the dogs down to half health, so that way you can try it one more time to kill them the second time, and so on and so forth. And that's
Has anyone killed him without doing that?
no,
Is there like
That
It's-
is the mechanic.
it's physically impossible.
That's the mechanic.
that's
And
Wait.
that's the other that's
I've
the other
seen
thing is
people do all the harpies and
Well-
it like blew my mind.
right, but I mean, like, so the whole point of this is also like, okay, so if you even try to focus fire, like, if you're like, oh, okay, oh, we didn't get enough damage, let's all focus on one, and then we'll wait till the next wave and then kill all the others. Then you have like 10 seconds to try to get as much of a multiplier as you can before trying to take out the remaining 4 dogs.
Right.
So like, it's
It actually required a little
you
bit of
have to do
coordination.
mechanics, which
Well,
is
yeah, I mean that's the whole point of the raid is it's
Yeah.
pure teamwork.
And
right.
then-
But see, like with this one, instead of like I said with other games where you have raids where it's like, okay, you get to this boss, tank and spank, get to this, tank and spank. It's literally just do the mechanics, and that's what will get you through.
If you
It's
don't do the mechanics, you're not going to succeed.
100%. And then there's another one where it's a fucking relay race, where it's like, okay, this person shoot this at this point in time, so they can shoot this at this point in time, so they can shoot this point at this time, this point at this time, so they can run a flaming stick around and jump through an obstacle course to get through to the end. Dude, it's a fucking
is,
blast.
Like you're sitting there on voice chat, and you have to have one person that is a shot caller.
Mm-hmm.
One person runs it and says, "Okay, dogs shoot chalice, chalice shoot cup," or all this kind, and they do all of this. And there's one person running this relay, and the entire time that you're doing that, you have to defeat enemies.
Because there's small mobs that pop up, and then if you miss and hit the wrong thing, then you'll spawn like a huge enemy that you have to fight that will literally, you have to jump off your pedestal and fight them, but at the same time be ready to jump back on the pedestal to shoot this thing so you can jump down and like
And then there's
so he doesn't fuck everything up.
There's the like the bathing pools encounter.
Oh god.
The
Sounds
pools.
hot.
So you have a lower section and an upper section. You
Same
have
body?
you have 2 people that stand on the platforms and 1 runner between them. And basically, you stand on the platform, which starts these chains moving. You have to defeat a couple enemies, and then not a boss, but like a mini boss will spawn. You kill him, pick up his orb. The runner comes and jumps on your platform. You run into the center room, deposit it. You do your slam dunk, and then you run to the top section. Because by that time, the guy on the top section has defeated the mini boss. He's got his orb. He's going to run to the middle. You take over the place on his platform. And then he's going to run from the top section, deposit his, run down to the bottom.
That
And
is
you're
a lot.
doing
Right.
all of this.
But then also while that's going on, like the platform, you have to stand on it or else the chain doesn't move. By the way, you have a countdown timer for, okay, you are immune from X type of damage for X amount of time, because you have to stand on the platform, but the platform you'll be like ankle to knee deep in water, and that water hurts you.
That just
So
seems like, let's take every mechanic from every video game ever to put it all into this
Well-
one thing to make this longer, because we don't have any idea what to do.
no.
What?
No.
It's,
Oh, you gotta grow
it's
flowers on this other thing to get spores, to get points, to go through and be able
Super
to do
Smash
this.
Brothers.
But you also then have to, that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, let's take Super Smash Brothers, but take every power up and make an entire level out of that power up.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's the whole point of the mechanic, right?
I just think it's a shit mechanic.
But
So- This is, I don't know, this is also, I need to look at it as it's not my kind of thing. I don't like cooperative,
the new
like,
content is
20 people like thing on
You have
games.
to
Like,
kill things.
no, I don't like being like, oh, okay, I have to play with 20 other players in order to succeed in this.
Well, I mean,
want to be able
so-
to do it myself.
Well,
So, I
raids
mean-
in Destiny 2 are what, 6 people?
Yeah, 6.
So
2 teams of 3.
that's 5 people that I have to know and talk to, unless it's literally you guys. But my point is, we don't all ever play together on Destiny
I
2.
know! Why? That's why I don't play it.
I know, that's my point.
I mean, I joined a clan.
I was gonna
back
say,
when
we-
Destiny 2
Oh,
started.
did ya? Yeah.
And
You wear
I-
hoods?
I play with them fairly often.
Yeah.
But then you have to talk
Who's
to people
yard?
and, like, meet new people.
Huh?
I don't do that. Who's yard?
No, the new menagerie is set in that same. It's back on the Leviathan. Like Chalice brings you back to the Leviathan, and
So clearly you don't kill him.
Spoilers.
that's spoilers. I don't want to go. I
Spoilers
don't
for
wanna,
a 3-year-old game.
That you guys haven't played that I don't feel like spoiling because this raid is amazing.
The raid
You
was-
actually need to
Alright,
play.
I'm never
when you
playing.
complete the raid, when
I'll
you
play
complete
it.
the final boss fight,
When nobody else plays
it really is.
Like it's
It's a blast.
That moment where you defeat the final boss and you actually uncover.
What
is
exactly has been
going
going
on?
on within the Leviathan? It's like, oh, but then, oh, and oh.
And it actually, the
Like-
story actually sort of ties together. and
Yeah.
It makes a lot of
Cade
sense.
Six
Jeff-
was the Traveler?
It's Jeff Dunham, and he's controlling the guy with it.
Basically,
Get your shit and get
Callus
out.
is actually Peanut.
Makes sense.
But he brings you back, and it's like a repeatable content kind of thing. You go in, and it's.
I thought you were taking my beer
I
for
wouldn't
a
want to
second,
say.
'cause
I don't
you're
want to say
like-
a dungeon, but it's one of those like
How you
dynamic
doing?
style kind of events where it has a set path that you're going through, but
Should
the
be on
enemies
the
are
map.
different, the encounters are
I know,
different,
it was a
stuff
weird
like that.
reason for both.
But you have a
Subsection random.
you have a chalice that you carry with you. And the chalice has 3 rune slots, and depending on what runes you put into those slots, determines what kind of gear drops. So if you want to focus on
Really
finding
big body
a
shop.
auto rifle that has an adaptive frame with the kill clip perk on it, you need to find those runes out in the world. Like you need to do certain events to get those runes. You put those in your chalice, and then you run the menagerie, and you're going to get that style of loot.
This is a really long roundabout crafting system, then.
Sort of.
It's not necessarily a
I'm not saying
crafting
it's a bad
system.
thing, so that's kind of cool.
No. Yeah, it's pretty cool because it allows you to do the raid like you would normally do, but you
But
more or
you're
less get
selecting
to
what you get.
exactly,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
exactly. Yeah,
It's I want this, this, and this.
It's not a guaranteed.
Like-
it's not a guaranteed result though. It's,
necessarily,
there's
I mean,
going to be a
yeah.
pool of items, but when you put those certain runes in, it narrows that pool
Yeah.
down.
yeah.
Now what happens when you do it? So you throw all the runes in, go, you run it, the end, you didn't get what you wanted, now what?
Wait a week and do it again.
Do you have to re-get the runes and shit?
No.
Mm.
That was why I was like, I
'Cause
didn't know
you-
if it-
'cause
The
you'll-
runes are-
I didn't
the
know if
runes
Because
they
are-
you,
were-
yeah, I was gonna say because you'll still have the runes.
So they weren't
You swap-
consumable
you
items.
swap-
It's not
you
like
swap
you use
the
it
runes
once
in
and
and
then
out.
it's gone.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
that was the big
It's just
thing
like your
Destiny
weapons.
Got in trouble for
You-
was like the consumable. I remember talking about it on the podcast. Was the consumable
Oh, for like
shaders?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that.
Here, pay $5
But-
to get a shader, one use.
Yeah,
Now the shaders you can generate for 250 glimmer.
That's it.
That's it.
yeah, it's hella cheap
Once
now.
once you acquire the shader, you can go back into your collections and you can generate another one
That's
for
cool.
200.
Oh,
Sounds
sweet
like
Jesus.
different.
Joey said the clan's looking at re-going through all the Destiny 1 raids. If anybody wants to join,
Destiny 1's still a thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
servers are
people
still on.
play it.
Yeah.
I may do that because I really wanted to play that.
We can get Merlin's Knights all together and run through some D1 raids.
On what? Xbox?
Xbox.
Yeah, I can't play them.
Not our
I
problem.
don't PS4.
Well, get rid of your shitty ass fucking console and go get a good
I
one.
have every
wow.
console.
No, he just doesn't have Destiny 1 for.
It's like-
He has Destiny 1 for PS4.
Okay, so go buy Destiny 1, rerun through the
I
whole
gotta call
game.
it shitty console. Fucking Xbox pleb. Get a PC.
Just saying, for fucking like 8 years, people have been like, hey, actually it's been about 13 years, hey, you know, Sony, you guys should do backwards compatibility. Nobody wants backwards compatibility, you're stupid, why would you want to play old games? Oh, well, the PS5 is centered around backwards compatibility, because it's the most important feature that we have now.
Is it?
They came out today
Yeah.
and said that. They literally said that backwards compatibility in today's society is the most important thing that any company would have to do in order to
So
keep.
does
You know,
Xbox have backwards compatibility?
they haven't announced
always
it yet.
have.
Sunday.
They've
we will-
always had
Sunday.
Xbox
yeah.
One has
Well,
always
Xbox
been.
certain
One does.
games, like the 360 can play certain original games.
Xbox One can play almost the entire
Honestly, there's
Xbox
like-
360 library.
I know
the
when
And then
Xbox-
some original
And I
Xbox.
know
Original.
when the Xbox One came out, there were a lot of Xbox 360 games they didn't support.
Well,
But
they,
it's
but
building
they've
up
been
a
adding
building
like 20 to
Right,
30 a
but
month ever
going
since.
Up to my original point here is it really that important?
Hmm.
How many of you go back to those original games you're just like jerked off to? They loved played it.
I wouldn't necessarily
Halo,
say
when you
that.
can't get Master Chief Collection to work, a shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that, but like I've definitely gone back and been like, oh hey, like I should give this Gears of War people keep talking about a chance.
It's Gears of War.
Talking about Halo.
5 coming out.
Did anyone see the Master Chief Collection hour-long play-along thing that 343 did?
No.
They showed Halo Reach playing on a PC at 4K
Oh,
at
yeah, I
60
did
frames
see
per
that.
second for the Tip of the Spear mission.
I did see
They
that.
showed a guy playing on mouse and keyboard.
And they even moved the camera over there to show him on the mouse and keyboard, just to be like, look, we promise this guy's actually playing mouse and keyboard. This isn't a
They showed it
controller.
on
This is...
Underneath on the
Steam.
actual thing, it said playing on an
I saw
Xbox
Steam.
One, not on PC.
Adding a non.
Only on PS4.
It was played through Steam. Like they launched it from the Steam.
I don't know why
browser.
that's so important. I would. It's not.
What, Steam?
No. Like it's like you said, they did. They started off and it's just like shows a Steam game, and then they had all like, yeah, that's cool, but you already said it was gonna. It's not deal
It's just-
breaker.
I
for
think
me.
it's just cool to see because they're
risk
showing that the
leaving it
game
is.
is playing on a PC.
I guess, yeah.
And then
fucking people are
They
stupid.
came out and said that Halo Infinite gameplay that's going to be at E3 is going to be it's not going to be shown on the Xbox. It's gameplay at E3 is going to be shown on PC.
You want to know what that really makes me feel though?
Hmm.
Truly, I don't think they're doing that because it's hey guys, like we're gonna have it run on PC because that's what people want. I really do think what we're gonna get is this is coming to Scarlet.
No, yeah, this is going to be a launch title for Scarlet.
But that's the
Al-
thing
almost
is like
guaranteed.
they've been dodging the fuck out of that
They even,
question.
no, they came
I'm
out.
just gonna
They
sell
came out
all
and
my
said
consoles.
they're not going to play it. They're not going to play it on
Fucking
Xbox
pointless.
on the Xbox One because it's outdated. It's
Last of
outdated
Us 2.
technology.
Can't.
But that's the thing is everyone was like, so they came out and
Last
said
of
this
Us
is coming
2,
out for
I can't.
Scarlet. It's a launch title.
I know.
Then everybody
So
was
it's
like,
not
oh
keeping
hey,
my
so
PS4.
seriously, like we only got one Halo game on Xbox One. That's bullshit. Blah blah blah. And then they were like, well, no. Sorry, we were misquoted. And another guy came out and was like, he misspoke. It will probably be on Scarlet, but it's a absolute. This is launching on Xbox One. 100%, it will be on Xbox One.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get
100%.
a launch. We'll get
This
a
is
launch
Breath of
date.
the Wild.
But now now it's okay. Well, now it's just going this way. So it's like
Somewhat in Microsoft's defense,
just
Joe,
give me a straight answer.
are you gonna buy a Xbox 2? That's my point.
God damn. I hope that's what it is.
Xbox ... 2.
Or Xbox 2.720.
I don't know, man. I'm starting to like.
No,
somebody.
it's the Xbox 362.
Good point.
Or the Xbox 360. No scope.
No, this is the-
362,
this is the-
dude, not like yeah.
This is the Xbox 720 we were always promised.
Yeah.
They're just restarting the
Wait,
cycle
so
all over
Xbox
again.
One.
360 is one full revolution, so then they came out with the Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
So what's 2 revolutions?
720.
It is 720?
Yeah.
So
This needs to be the Xbox 720. And then
But then everyone's gonna be
once
like,
this
I feel like
generation,
Or this could be the 1080.
So at one point, then they're gonna make the Xbox 720. That's gonna be Scarlet, and then instead of the Xbox 720S, it's gonna be Xbox 2.
yes, and then after that they can do the Xbox 1080,
Yeah,
and then it'll be the Xbox 3.
they need to make it.
or
where it's-
Xbox 4K. What if that's what it is? Xbox 4000.
Well,
Love your
that's
four-
what
love your
the
3000.
X is. It's 4K.
What if it's just the Osmo 3000?
What if it's just
Public
the
game
Virtual
computer.
Boy?
What if it's literally just a PC turned sideways with Windows installed?
No, it's gonna be the Commodore 64.
I hope so. That's all it is.
We're
It's-
going
it's
retro.
720
something to
Commodore
get
64 is all just soldered together.
No duct tape.
Yeah, even
Don't even
They
sell
roll.
that shit.
It's like 3 guys rolling it out on stage for E3. big hand truck.
I swear to God, if I was fucking Phil Spencer, I would do some shit like that where I would like.
If I was
introducing-
fucking Phil Spencer, I'd want some money.
But I would be like, seriously, introducing the Xbox 720, and like 8 people wheel it out on dollies, and then like it's literally like the whole size of the stage, and they're like coming soon to a home near you. Like it takes
Like
a whole-
original
I would like it
PCs.
better.
Fuck it.
Xbox 720, and it was just 2 Xbox 360s taped together.
Did you see somebody fucking did that on Facebook?
Twice the power.
Somebody went through and if anyone watches Full Metal Alchemist, they did a transmutation circle and put 4 original PlayStations in the transmutation circle, and the second photo was a PlayStation 4 appearing.
Yeah. Oh lol.
That also happened. Somebody got fucked up on eBay doing that, where he tried to buy what was it? It was an iPhone 8.
Oh, and it came with a bunch of
But
iPhones.
it was like 2 iPhone 4S's and a it was the
iPod Nano.
well, no, but it was the morph card from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah. I've seen
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, polymerization.
Yeah.
It's fucking Shannon with that knowledge out of nowhere.
It's because it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So
You don't even know how many Yu-Gi-Oh cards I have.
27.
guys, I have watched Super
100.
Troopers 2.
I have not seen either of those
And?
films.
I loved the first
It's
one.
supposed
I
to be
have
so
not
good.
seen
I
2.
have not seen
It's
the
on
second,
HBO.
and I agree
I've
with
heard
him. The
such
first
good
one
things.
was fantastic.
It's on HBO. No, it is. It lives up. I don't know if it's because I'm a little older.
Oh,
I definitely still think
what is the
it has
guy's
the
name?
same comedy. It is just as funny. A lot of that shit is
Have you
hilarious.
ever watched Tacoma FD?
No.
So it's a sitcom style show created by Broken Lizard,
Okay.
and so the guy that plays Farva is the chief of the fire department,
That sounds terrible.
and it's I've watched a couple episodes of it. It's highly entertaining.
the guy that plays Foster. He's actually in town this weekend for PopCon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have to be extremely drunk to watch this film though,
No.
or
Super
like,
Troopers? No.
I've tried to watch the first, unless you just have to have absolute like suspension of disbelief, which I mean, again, if that's what they're wanting me to go for, that's fine. I just did not understand
There's a part
that
in
movie.
the second one where they're dressed as like Mounties,
Okay.
and they pulled over a car, and they are speaking French, but it's like cordon bleu, and like they're talking back and forth, and they end up getting this couple to think that they're talking about happiness is penis and asshole. And they're like, what? And it's like, happiness is penis and asshole. And finally they get to happiness is like something in a household. And they're like, oh, we thought you were saying, And they're like, what do you think I say? And like, penis and asshole. And they're like, how dare you, American! Like, it was funny. They just kept going on and on.
Thing though is the first movie I tried to watch it, and the opening scene is these. I don't remember how many people are in the car, but it's some people driving down.
Yeah,
Yeah, the weed.
Yeah, but what I don't understand.
No,
three
weed
people.
and
Three
weed
people.
and shrooms.
No one else in the car. 3 people driving at 70 miles an hour. Never slows down. Turn around and fucking dude's in their car now, cop, and he's just like, "What are you guys doing?" And I was like, I don't understand how you're supposed to have gotten into this car.
No, it's wait, what?
What?
There's literally they're driving, and then one of the guys, I don't know their names. I know
No,
Farley.
they
he's
get
the
pulled
only one I
over
know.
in the very beginning.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
get pulled over. They don't.
Well, fucking.
They
you
get
talking
pulled
about-
over, and then they get brought into the cop car.
Yeah. You talking about when he's licking the window and he goes,
Schnozberry.
The
You
snozberry
taste
tastes
like
like
schnozberry.
Speaking of which, do you know what a snozberry is? So that whole thing is referencing snozberry is your dickhead. Like the head of your dick is called a snozberry.
Did not know that.
So that just is that whole scene in Willy Wonka is so much dirtier than
Of course it is.
oh yeah.
Well, is that Urban Dictionary?
No. Like it's actual legit like British slang. Like it's snozberry is legitimate like British slang.
Littering and smoking the reefer.
How many times do you think I can say yeah?
That's
And then he's standing there, and he's like,
It's funny because, like, at that exact part, because of course Jim Gaffigan is in it again, and he's like, "Did you guys pull me over?" He
No,
said,
now I'm
"Yeah."
starting to wonder if I was thinking of
And
different.
they kind of, he like leans over, and he's like, "Do you actually remember this guy at all?" He's like, "I have no fucking clue." And Jim's like, "You don't hear everything you're saying." It's like, "No shit, we've been doing that for years." Yeah, movie's good.
Yeah. You said it's on HBO?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead
I
and
also
watch it.
watch October Sky, which I've seen.
That is such a
quite
great
a few
film.
times. Fantastic movie.
I have no idea what that
Anybody
is.
watch Chernobyl yet?
No, it's on my
No.
list.
Did they have a happy
I wanted to
ending,
start
though?
it, but yes, the worst nuclear disaster in human history definitely has a happy ending.
We can only, that area is only uninhabitable for 20,000
October
years.
Sky has
Still-
Jake Gyllenhaal in it when he was only 19, but looks the exact same as he does now, which is
Basically.
fucking vampire. And it is basically about the Rocket Boys, where Jake Gyllenhaal, fucking can't remember his name, but they live in like backwoods West Virginia, and they happen to see Sputnik. Everyone's outside and they see Sputnik, and he's super inspired to want to make rockets. And so him and his 3 friends, well, 2 friends and then a super nerd,
Wait a second.
and they continually build
They
rockets.
try to build a
and
rocket.
Yeah, and they end up building several rockets.
I feel okay.
And they live in a coal mine, which is referenced heavily in fucking what is that movie with Ben Stiller when he's a model? Zoolander.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So there's a lot of movies that I randomly see and I don't realize what it is because it's just on TV.
Yeah.
So I've seen movies that I don't realize I've seen until people like tell me what's happening. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
It's a really good movie. It's touching.
It is a phenomenal film. That was one that, like, my stepmom was like, hey, we're going to go watch this movie, October Sky. I was like, all right. But, yeah, like,
I watched it with my grandma.
I was very, very pleasantly surprised with that movie. It also came out a long time ago. Actually, speaking of movies,
1999.
who all is off Friday night?
I'm on
I know
vacation
you're not. I'm
for
sorry.
one week.
Not me.
No.
I'll be in Illinois.
And you're working Friday night?
Yes, sir.
Never mind.
What's Friday night?
We're going to go see A Knight's Tale.
Oh, that's right.
Which one?
Microsoft.
Microsoft's is at 4.
Sunday at 4.
Sunday at 4.
What, have you memorized the whole schedule?
Yeah.
I don't know my schedule for next week.
What about Stellaris?
Yeah.
I want to talk about Stellaris. They just came out with a brand new expansion. I haven't bought it. I'm going to buy it as soon as I can.
Stellaris.
I
I
know.
told you about it.
I've looked into the game, but I've never been convinced to buy it.
Do it. Do it. Buy it. Do
What
it.
the fuck was that?
I'll show you. Hold on. Watch this.
Is that Damn, that was like nothing.
It literally says this dude's smooth as fuck.
Oh, with the pizza? Yeah.
This
How did they know that?
I saw that on Reddit this morning.
Fucking half of the
There's
room
a-
seen it.
There's a subreddit called Kitchen Confidential that is predominantly a bunch of kitchen dwellers,
Yeah.
and that got passed
Kitchen
around
dwellers.
like 3 or 4 days ago.
Stellaris is great. You get to create your own civilization at the birth of space faring. Any civilization. I mean, it is very, 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 very expansive in the different types of government, the different types of leadership you could have, the different races. I mean, the rate you make them however you want. Each race has traits.
Chef Josh will not shut the fuck up about Stellaris.
That's why I don't.
Wait,
talk
what is
about
the
video games.
gameplay like for this game?
So
It's
it
a
is,
RTS.
It's a
Well, it's
not really.
it's a 4X RTS.
4X, yes. So it is. I can't remember what the X means, but it's basically a civilization creating game that has space RTS aspects. You have to manage your fleet as well as your economy and everything. Your fleet can be used to
Explore, expand, exploit, exterminate.
Um,
Have you ever played Master of Orion?
It's like Civilization meets space, except that it's not turn-based. However, you can pause the game at any point, and, like whoever's hosting the game. Like, so if you're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, I can hit space and basically pause it.
Gotcha.
It is one of those games that there's a shitload of democracy in it. The democracy is done really well. That you can create federations between multiple civilizations, free trade, piracy is all over the place. There's so much in that game. There's also a variety of stories. So, a really super cool one of my favorite stories I ever came across in that game. It's called The Worm in Waiting, and that's basically where you one of your science ships you have to send out science ships to discover nearby stars and as well as the planets, see what they have on them, what type of minerals, and you find a black hole, and then suddenly your one of your science ships detects a signal, and so it goes and it like tries to discover the signal and finds the root cause. And basically, there's this entity on the other side of this black hole, which makes no sense according to any single mathematical data. And it talks about how the scientist in your science ship, because every single science ship has to have a lead scientist in it, basically talks about how it's calling for him. And so you have a choice whether to say, fuck you, stay far enough away, but continue to monitor the signal, or go to it. And if you do everything, it is a several multi-tiered quest line in this game. While everything else is going on, you have a variety of different quests you will get to do. And eventually, it is very heavily imbued in time, which is just super... I'm not going to explain everything. The big whole thing about it is what was will be and what will be was. And everything is backwards while not being backwards at the same time, and it can change your entire civilization. Like huge bonus. But it's a lot of the right things has to happen. It happened to me once, and it was fucking cool. I've seen it a few times before, and I went through, but I think I failed a specific check percentage-wise, or my scientist wasn't high enough level that it failed that check or what have you, and so I didn't get the final bonus, which is like a gene-altering, civilization-altering bonus. It's just cool, and you can eventually build a building on one of your planets that is the temple to the worm. And it is the artwork for it is literally a giant space worm essentially coming out of a black hole. Yeah. The game is filled with shitloads of stuff like that. You can find an ancient spacefaring like massive fortress that is fully AI. There are crises in the game, so that's kind of where endgame happens. There are, I think, 5 crises. 4? This new one might have added a new one, I'm not sure. That is civilizations come from another galaxy. An AI rebellion, which is super fucking cool. So if you have robots on your side that are super nice and everything, they will just fucking leave. And they will form their own army for another AI and create their own AI crisis and start expanding rapidly. I love that game. I've beat one crisis. I actually beat the AI crisis by sheer fucking luck and shitloads of numbers. I just so happen to be far enough away from the main hubs of the AI's world all over this galaxy, and they just eradicated all of my enemies, and I happened to build one super mob and strategically jump between point and point. Because it doesn't matter, you used to be able to just make, they called it a death ball, because you would make fuckloads of one type of ship that was good against everything, but they completely rehabbed the whole system, and that doesn't work anymore. I'd recommend. Just let me know. I still want to do that one thing I told Nick about last year.
I think you told me about it.
You're talking about taking like an entire weekend and just doing one long fucking game of Solaris?
Streamers, so everyone streams it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a fucking blast. But that's the kicker, is it has to be a time when everyone is available.
Right.
Yeah. Buy Stellaris is what I'm getting across here. It goes on sale all the time. I think it's actually on sale right now. So
actually, Shannon, I think you have a free copy already, because I think it was in one of the Humble Bundles a few months back.
I think I have it.
It's in a variety of Humble Bundles almost all the time. It's Paradox Interactive.
Yeah. Which that's another thing is somebody actually I've never used this mod, but they have another game that is like Stellaris but more set like Civilization. So you start with like the beginning of mankind on your planet, and then like do Civilization all the way up to the point where you get spacefaring, and then Stellaris imports your save data over. Yeah, Stellaris imports your save data from that. And then you use that as a base for Stellaris and do a thing. So you can go from like caveman to fucking like galaxy expanding empire. No, it's another game that they have for this, but there's a mod that allows you to use this save data as a base for Stellaris. So it allows you to go from caveman to fucking spacefaring civilization, taking up. Is it? It might be Europa Universale, but I'm not positive.
If you want an RTS space game, as Jeff Cabbages and myself call it, space games, Sins of a Solar Empire is really good as well.
I've heard about that.
That is just base straight up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I will say the cool thing, so Stellaris, all the battles are automated to kind of take away some of the stress of doing so many different things. So literally when two armadas go to fight, it depends mostly on the stats of armadas and the type of ships you have, who comes out on top.
Yeah, who wins?
What's Space Games, whatever the title was, I can't remember. You have to actually position ships in good spots.
Did you not see that?
Carrier, which is the coolest thing in the fucking world, by the way, will actually broadside. So while it's going forward, it will do little amounts of damage, but when it stops and goes broadside, you just see all the lasers.
I've never used GOG.
Oh yeah, it's owned by.
I like RTS games, and I've always wanted to find a good RTS that is
Witcher people.
space-based on that galactic scale, you know, where you're building this massive armada and
Diablo
your armada hides
expansion
behind a
Hellfire
planet
for $7.
and then just emerges and just decimates someone.
If you want, so that's hard, because I don't know if any RTS is probably out there where you can actually use debris or asteroids or planets
Nightmare
as
Knit.
hiding, like what's it called? Whatchamacallit Vision? Fucking. You know all the games when you can't see the map until you go over it.
Fog of War.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Stellaris is you can eventually upgrade your technology so that if you have a planet you own X amount of jumps outside, you can see stuff. There are wonders that each wonder does something different. So like example, you can create a Dyson sphere, which basically is planet-sized solar panels surrounding an entire sun, and certain color suns will actually generate more money or more power.
There's people that talked about that when we, like 2 years ago, when the Kepler telescope discovered a binary pair in a nearby galaxy. Yeah. And there was these weird shadows that kept passing around the binary system.
I remember hearing about that.
And someone was like, "Oh my God, it's a Dyson sphere!
Yeah.
It's some advanced civilization."
Which would be cool as fuck.
And the entire time I'm like, "There's no way," but on the inside I'm like, "Please let it be possible. Please let it be true. Please let it be true."
You can make Halo. You can literally make ring worlds, and the graphics are stunning. Yeah. Because you can zoom in enough to actually see the plains and the rivers and stuff on the planets, on the ring worlds. You can create habitats. You have civilizations. I mean, there's just honestly, since they've rehashed a lot of extra stuff and how the planet system works, I haven't played it. Which I got the last expansion for like my birthday present, and I still haven't actually played as a corporation.
Stellaris.
Yeah.
Hold on.
While you're looking this up, hold on. There was a woman that collapsed on a trail today off in the middle of nowhere, and they had to helicopter rescue her out.
That was like 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah.
That was like 2 days ago.
I was just watching that on
She got spun around.
They pick her up, and literally she's spinning like this
they didn't
underneath
put the
the
sail
helicopter.
on the. So they're lifting her up on the stretcher. They didn't put the sail on the stretcher.
Corey,
I saw that.
yeah, right.
I saw that. It's, the quote I saw was, "Imagine the hot vomit that is just stewing inside that bag."
Okay, so the way it looks is
Attention, they're just
it's
spinning her in circles.
it's a mod that you can use to transfer your save data from you go from what is it, something Crusader Kings. Yeah.
Buy it.
Stellaris Galaxy Edition is on sale for $12.49.
What is Galaxy Edition?
I do not know. It won't let me.
That is ridiculous.
Scroll down, it'll have more info about this game. Nope. Scroll back up.
They have a starter pack for $26.97 that is normally $80. Bundle info. Includes Stellaris Utopia, and Stellaris Apocalypse.
Those are good ones to have. That's pretty funny.
No, so long story short, there's mods that you can use that convert your file type that your save data is. So you can go from Crusader Kings 2 to Europa Universale 4 to Stellaris. So like with Crusader Kings 2, you start in like the 1400s. So you get to Europa Universale around the 1800s up to World War II and Cold War era, then convert to Stellaris. So grand total, you can do like 1,200 years worth of history in one game.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing that, but I don't have the other games.
Yeah. But yeah.
You want this game. What is it? You're the umbrella symbol, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
you? Yeah, you want Stellaris.
Yeah.
It's $10 right now.
Oh God.
$10.
Looks like I might be buying Stellaris when I go home.
Oh fuck me.
What?
Ali says, "Hello, hello, hello, hey, hey, hello, 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 hey, hello, hello, hey. I have a question. Hello." A bunch of Arabic. Hey, hey.
Oh, hi.
What is the question?
No, it's Ali.
Oh, okay.
What's the question? He said he had a question.
Yeah. What's the question? What's up?
You asked what's the question? He's like, it's Ali. I said no, but he said
No.
question.
Ali does this. He's like, hey, Endgame talk. Universal ban is over.
Yeah, it is. I saw it for the 5th time last night, and I cried for the 5th time last night.
Lame.
It's so good.
Oh.
Endgame is an amazing movie. What's
I
up?
literally just finally leaned over to Tina because Jolene looked over at me and she was like, "Is he okay?" And I said, "This fucking movie." Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I
God.
forgot.
But anyway, buy Stellaris. Yeah, go on.
That's my old profile.
What?
I have 2 Steam accounts. I got rid of my old Steam account.
Takes to be that.
So that's my old one. So I need to add
Stellaris.
Stellaris on here. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, why didn't I get notified when it went on sale? It's because it's not on my
That's
new wish
right.
list.
Yeah.
So I need to go through and actually like add it. Well, put it on my thing.
Yeah, I'll look into this when I get home. Because it won't let me explore what the Galaxy bundle,
Edition
the
thing?
Galaxy edition is. It won't let me see that, so I'll look into it when I get home.
Let's see here. Galaxy Edition.
Did anybody else get Trover, or am I the only one that bought that this week?
You're the only one that bought
You were the only one who bought
I
it.
was so excited.
Megacorp is the last thing that came out.
Ancient Relics is the one that just released, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Megacorp
Okay, I don't know how
is
to
the
spell
big
this
expansion.
fucking game.
Yeah.
Ancient Relics adds more stories.
There it is. Stellaris.
I'm trying to
Why is
find...
the starter pack $30?
Because that
Because
includes,
there's so
that
many
includes
expansions.
Megacorp,
Oh,
Utopia.
okay.
Or no, it includes Utopia and Apocalypse and Megacorp.
So you want to know what
I hear
Galaxy
s-
Edition
okay.
is?
I hear starter
Galaxy
pack, I don't
Edition
think.
is an
Game
ebook
plus
for
all
the
DLC.
novel, digital collector's book, signed wallpaper, Galaxy Forum icon, soundtrack, unique forum avatar, and an exclusive alien race.
Oh, I don't have the
for
exclusive
$3
edition.
more
Yeah.
than the base edition.
I don't have the
It's
exclusive
too much,
edition.
man.
That makes me
Can't do
sad.
it.
I know, right?
Way too much money. Ali, what you want?
So Apocalypse, I can't remember what Apocalypse adds, but there are obviously a shitload of different species things. I'm gonna add all DLC to see what I don't have. I don't need the Frontiers ebook. I don't need the original soundtracks. Apparently I already own it. I didn't know that. I don't need the planetoid species, the humanoid species.
While he's looking that up, do you want to bring up, because I only saw what Joe showed me, but did you want to bring up Pokemon?
I am down to talk about Pokemon. They had a new direct. Thank you. I was about to say Treehouse. I was like, no, that's later.
That's coming up on Monday.
Yeah.
I own everything but the ancient relics.
But yeah, no. Yeah. There's the new Pokemon Direct came out today, talking about everything with.
Yeah, the legendary Pokemon look kind of wonky. But
I think
that's
they
just
look
me.
wonderful, and I'm the only person in the world.
I just-
think. Everyone's making so much.
I don't
fun
know
of
what it is. Joe's obsessed with things that fight with swords in their mouths.
I am, dude. Like I'm like, it's
Oh
like,
yeah, the One Piece.
it's,
Yeah.
I'm like it's Zoro's dog.
And his name even starts with a fucking Z.
What is it?
I'm looking everything up
It's like
Zaboomafoo.
I like that. It is from
right now. I would
fucking
buy
this
the
day
fuck out
forward.
of that. Yes.
Ali. Which beer is good? The trick question. All of them.
Angry Orchard. It's not really beer.
He's drinking Angry Orchard. He's drinking Yingling. I'm drinking rum.
I'm
I'm
drinking
drinking water.
lemonade and sweet tea.
Dynamax. That's what it's called. Oh my God! Is anybody?
Dynamax is
excited about
interesting.
Dynamaxing?
So basically they've added a new feature where fine, Joe, talk. Long story short, they're adding a new feature. You remember how they had like the X form and Y form of different Pokemon during X and Y stuff?
Yeah.
Right, that's Dynamax.
looks
So
fucking cool.
so once per match you have Dynamax where you can go up and then for 3 moves you do exponential amounts of damage and stuff like that.
So basically,
So-
X
so,
form,
like-
but then bigger.
Basically, but the
You are ruining this. Shit.
see
My bad.
here's my thing. Doing it in normal combat, whatever, cool.
PvP?
It'll be fun.
No,
PvE.
but- Yeah.
So they're doing
4 trainers go into a battle. That
4
take
trainer
on
raids.
Dynamax form on a raid. Yeah.
so it's 4.
Raid?
Yeah, so they're doing an actual raid where
we say the word.
like
It's not an
Pokemon
actual
Destiny
raid.
Edition, I forgot.
It's not that. It's basically 4 trainers go in. It's a Pokemon battle that requires 4 trainers to beat the battle. It's not like an actual like run around and do missions and shit.
yeah, it
So
But-
it's like the Pokemon Go thing.
it works like Pokemon Go raids. So it's one Pokemon that everyone is grouping up together to fight, and then it kind of also has to do with communication and stuff like that, because out of all of the Pokemon trainers and everything like that, only one person can do a Dynamax with one of their Pokemon.
And it sounds
So-
from what I'm hearing, it sounds like it was randomized. It's not like
No,
talk,
it's
like,
no, it's you choose, but once
where did you
one
do
per
that then?
on the thing.
Because they literally all they said on the thing was only
Well,
one person
but-
can do it. So really,
Me neither.
Yeah.
y'all got old.
Huh?
I said
I
y'all
know,
got
it's
old.
really sad. Like, okay, the last Pokemon game
Stuck
you guys
at
played
10.
was?
Me?
Yeah.
Sun and Moon?
Okay.
Hold on.
Pick me.
No,
L-
technically, let's go Pikachu.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's go Pikachu.
Sam,
Or
you guys beat it?
Yeah.
yeah.
You both beat it.
Yeah.
Of course you did. Fucking
It's
Pick me.
Pokemon.
I
Pick me.
fucking love
Go
Pokemon
ahead,
so much.
Shannon.
Emerald. And it's the only one I've ever played.
Are you kidding me?
Let's go Pikachu.
I did Sun and Moon. I did Moon.
I
Adrian
have
did
Sun
Sun.
and Moon. I haven't even started it.
Uh,
Fuck?
I don't even know why I bought it.
yeah.
I'll buy your copy off of you because I had to sell my copy, so I don't own it anymore.
Say mine at this
Why'd
point.
you have to sell it?
I need mine.
You'll just sell it then.
No, I won't because I filed bankruptcy.
No.
I don't
I
have
Um.
money.
I haven't played a Pokemon game since Sapphire.
What the fuck, people?
I was gonna say I beat Black. I
Why do you have to be
beat Black
Because
2.
you're done- or wait,
I beat Black. I beat Black 2.
So
I
I'd have
beat
to be
X. I may not have possibly beaten Moon, and then I beat Let's Go Pikachu.
I think I got
By
close to
by
being
beat
on
Let's Go
mine.
Pikachu. I finished the final 4. I did not end up going through and doing the whole get Mewtwo and all that after end game stuff. But I've beaten the main story
I
of.
thought it was weird that literally
Let's
the
go.
way that you get Mew in that game though, because like I was leaving.
You buy the
Pallet Town.
Pokeball Plus.
I literally was leaving Pallet Town before I even had a Pidgey. I had a Mew. It was like I'm the most overpowered fucking trainer.
Oh,
for
for the
Let's Go. Because
yeah.
It comes on the Pokeball.
Yeah.
Plus.
yeah.
So I literally like. I got Pikachu, and then it was like, okay, start your adventure, and then I was like, okay,
But see-
cool, and then I popped Mew, and it was just like, I'm walking around with a Mew fucking flying behind me, and people are just like, oh, you must be a new trainer, you have one Pokemon, or you got a Pikachu, like, it's gonna be hard to train Pikachu, and I'm like, this fucking Mew's flying.
I do also find it fun. Don't get me wrong. Really excited for Sword and Shield.
That's all I care
The
about.
biggest thing I'm actually excited for is
Fire Emblem.
what I mean.
That
Besides
comes
that,
out, like, next month.
I'm still talking about
Is it
Pokemon,
really?
but
Yeah.
July, yeah. I don't remember what it's called
Pokemon
now.
Home.
Pokemon Home, which is
Is
the
what
Pokemon
Pokemon
Bank,
was supposed to be.
basically. So like all of your Pokemon that you have from
Everything.
like basically Soul Silver and on,
Wow.
you
That'd
can
be a Toy
import
Story.
into this current game.
That's amazing.
Right, but I mean it's like Pokemon that
You
like
still have to pay for it?
So they haven't
It-
said yet. So the whole thing was that they announced it. and
Pokemon
said
Bank
more
was
is coming
$3 a year.
You're right.
This is
But-
too much money.
The
It's-
whole thing is.
I was gonna say, I definitely like. Come on, man. It's
What?
Pokemon.
Yeah.
How do you play now? When's the last time you played Let's Go Pikachu?
I've been too busy with fucking other shit.
Oh, suddenly there's other shit.
Yeah.
And when Sword and
When was the
Shield
last time you
come
played Battlefield 5?
out,
When was the last time you played?
Okay,
Citizen?
okay.
You spent like $400 on.
Star Citizen's not even out yet, and they're already out of money again.
Are they really?
Yeah, they've blown through all their money.
Yeah.
Well,
Guess who's delivered
they got
on?
Mark Hamill. They got all
Well,
those fucking
Guess
assets.
who's delivered
no,
on
no.
6 games since that fucking game got announced.
No,
They
I mean-
haven't done shit.
They've been
Pokemon.
they've been spending $20 million a month
Food.
Sorry,
developing.
I don't wanna play the Madden of RPGs, bitch.
and then
Madden.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's the fucking name of this episode.
Jesus
Madden
Christ.
of RPGs.
Jesus Christ.
The Madden of RPG.
I mean, that really makes sense.
That
There's,
is
always,
the
there's
best.
always a cover star.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
Not
That's
wrong.
the best joke I've ever heard. And I love these games. Like,
Damn.
Well done, Corey.
That was
Well
yeah.
done.
Anyway, no, it's one of those where it's
in a movie. Like that was too good to waste on.
to waste on a podcast.
On you.
Hey,
Watches.
podcast title.
Yeah.
That one person's watching.
Ali's watching and Joey's watching and Led was on earlier. I'm not.
Still here.
Yeah, Joey's still here.
Hi, Joey.
Joey's making food
Why
and
Why aren't you reading comments to us? Because I'm not hearing anybody.
because I've read you all the comments.
I'll read the comment. I'll read the last one. Onigiri, beer glass.
Point taken.
No, but I don't know. It's just because I haven't played it in a while. Like I beat the game. I'm moving on to other stuff, waiting for the next Pokemon game to come out. But
is a thing.
I don't even know if it's nostalgia as
It's
much as
lost-
completion.
I
At
just-
this point, because for
it's
27
lost-
years
it's
I've been
lost
playing
it.
these games, so I can't
Never,
stop now.
never got it.
I just
Oh, I loved it when I was a kid.
I'm a suck.
argue.
Here's my
That's
thing.
why I got Let's Go Pikachu, because it was the game I played as a kid.
Here's my thing. I'm a sucker for a well-made turn-based JRPG, which is why also
Here's
I am
on that one.
incredibly excited for Fire Emblem.
How bad
Because
do you want fucking Bravely Third?
yeah, yeah.
Well, Bravely Default, and then they call
So
the
did
second
you
one
ever
Bravely
play
Second,
then?
so-
The game you got me for my birthday? About to come out?
Oh yeah, fucking Octopath Traveler.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I kept thinking 8. I was like 8 something.
I will say.
tried to play
Played
that
it?
game?
Yes. Have I beaten that? No, because I've been too busy with other shit.
I don't know the demo.
Because every time I'm like, video game sounds good. More now. Or like a few months ago, like video game sounds good. Destiny. Or a while before that, like video game sounds good. Apex Legends. It's like every time I want to play a game, I'm like, okay, let's play a game, and then everybody's like, play this multiplayer game where you will just keep playing it and keep playing it and keep playing it.
I know what you're talking about, but I know it ain't also coming.
Number one favorite Pokemon game of all time for you.
Pokemon Yellow. Or Gold.
I have to go with Gold.
Sapphire.
I have to go with Gold.
On that list.
Sapphire is
Fucking Game Boy Color.
individual Pokemon. My bad.
Pikachu. That's why Yellow's my favorite.
Is that a Charizard and Typhlosion? Easy.
Pikachu and Raichu.
Did you need an Arabic
Or
man to
Arcanine,
Wait.
Or Mewtwo.
Do you need an Arabic man to enjoy that team? And then it's an Arabic man, female symbol, 2 cross swords,
That's
a
not
bomb,
female,
and a
that's
gun.
male.
That's male. Okay, my bad. Male. I thought the plus was female.
There's no plus next to it.
It's a circle with a plus on the bottom.
Oh, that is female, but that's not.
It doesn't show on ours.
Yeah, it's iPhone, so he must have an iPhone.
He does. So what is it on yours? Oh no! In between the guy and the swords, there's a female symbol.
Yeah,
on mine.
I'm looking at it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Arabic dude with a
And
turban,
then we've
female,
got, we've
swords.
Got a little water gun. He's got like an actual like.
I've got a legit. Well,
revolver.
Well, because they got rid of actual legitimate guns on emojis because they were too violent and promoted violence.
They do.
Do I get it?
Yeah.
Do I get to pick my
So
favorite
so
Pokemon?
so you get
Yeah,
water
what's your
guns because
favorite
they're
Pokemon?
more
My
innocent.
favorite Pokemon is Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Fuck you, you're Yu-Gi-Oh bullshit.
That?
No, God, fuck.
Yugi.
Favorite Pokemon. I'm just because no matter the circumstance, it seems like I always have him in my party. Pidgeot.
Alright, I'm fair.
Like, yeah.
Because Pidgeot, like, not a great Pokemon, but a cool Pokemon.
He's a cool Pokemon that
Can
works
fly.
well in a lot of different
If you read
circumstances.
his background, he can fly faster than the speed of sound. Pretty cool.
I always
Yeah.
did really well with Blaziken.
Okay.
Which one's Blaziken?
420 Blaziken.
That's all he does is he throws joints. What is a confused joint? Enemy Slowbro is
Blaziken.
Blazy. Oh, okay.
Firefighting.
Yeah.
Get it? Firefighter.
Yeah, I.
No, Ali says Pikachu. I don't. I will also say one of my favorites was that gold where you get the shiny Gyarados in the middle of the lake that's freaking out.
That's yellow. Shiny being the red Gyarados?
Yeah.
That's yellow. And blue and red. It's the
Pidgeot. I have a red cart with a Nintendo certified Mew from the old Pokemon tour, so I'm gonna go with that.
Dude, what is going on with Blizzard?
That's awesome.
What are they doing now?
They just canceled their third fucking game that I'm aware of in the last few years that was in development for multiple years.
WoW Classic.
It literally Blizzard cancels game that has been in the works for 2 years, and the statement was, "We're canceling a game today that unfortunately none of you guys will ever hear of, will never see, will never know what it was. But we spent 2 years working on it, and it's sad to see it go."
Next
So it's
year.
just like they keep.
How do we
fucking,
know it's
like,
even real though? What if they're just trying to get sympathy?
It's probably just posted online so that way it'd be like
Overwatch
well, they
2.
were working on this
Well,
game
but-
for 2 years, so if World of Warcraft Classic isn't up to par, it's because we know that half of their development team was working on
But my
this.
thing is like, oh hey, we're working on this new MMO called Titan. It's gonna be the greatest MMO ever made. We're working on Titan. We're working on Titan. We're working on Titan, and we turned it into a third-person shooter, a first-person shooter. I know. As soon as I said that, I was like, wait.
Not Pidgeot. Pidgeot.
Pidgeot.
Don't get me wrong. I love Overwatch.
It is
but-
Pidgeot. I've
Yeah.
heard people say Pidgeot. I've heard the Japanese say Pidgeot. Motherfucker, it's Pidgeot.
Yeah.
Joey's favorite's Lugia.
I do like
I
Pidgeot.
I mean,
Dude,
Lugia's pretty awesome.
fucking Pokemon 2000 was my shit.
I don't know, the first one, everyone cries.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, when he
Hold
turns
on,
to stone,
no
it's just...
spoilers for a 30-year-old movie. We don't only give
I'm 30
spoilers
years
out.
old, bitch.
The movie came out in '99, so
What
it's 20 years old.
what happened?
Ash
Well
Ketchum.
done, that was a good
I
workout.
really don't. know.
Apparently,
there
I had
was
a great
scene where-
workout
so
just
the
a
whole
second
point of
ago.
the movie is
Sitting in this
basically
chair and
the team
everything.
Goes through and clones like all these people's Pokemon.
It
and
makes
then
them
they go
basically
through-
the X and Y version, if you've ever thought about that.
But he goes through and then like he's forcing them to fight each other. So like clone Pikachu's fighting Pikachu and all this stuff.
And Clone Pikachu's way
And-
more badass and stronger.
But whatever.
Get good, Pikachu.
But so basically Ash jumps in the middle and is trying to stop everybody from fighting, and he's like, everyone needs to stop, like this is ridiculous, it's barbaric. And Mew and Mewtwo are
Pulls
also
out his
fighting.
Glock 45 and shoots Ash in
No,
the
it
chest.
Well, they
turns out
both
that-
shoot a bolt at each other,
Yeah, it
and he
turns
jumps
out
in the middle. and
Physics powers and physics powers go. And?
it turns him into stone. So he becomes stone, and basically it was like, oh wow, they killed Ash for a minute. But what really killed people is the fact that Pikachu walks over and starts like crying his eyes out, and is literally like.
Ollie's like,
trying
"That's what I
everything
meant
he
for my
can
favorite
to, like,
Pokemon."
wake up. Like he's slapping Ash, he starts electrocuting him, he's like crying his eyes out. You have no fucking soul.
Well, he has no.
I have no attachment to Pokemon.
I know.
I'm sorry.
But
I'm sure it was probably sad, but
just know if you
Oh,
ever
no,
become a
he doesn't come back
sidekick and
till
shoot laser
Tuesday.
beams, you can turn people to stone.
nice.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
I like Arcanine because I thought it'd be cool. I mean, granted, I'm too fat now, but
Arcanine's Arcanine would be so fun to ride. Yeah, oh yeah.
Like I know Kaylee's.
Growlithe is adorable. Arcanine would be badass to
Do
just
you guys
ride.
realize what's fucking crazy?
You.
So Charizard.
Oh.
He's not a dragon.
X form. Yes. Sorry.
No, he's
Charizard.
not. That doesn't count.
It's about 4.5 feet tall. If you actually go through and look, Charizard.
Oh yeah, because it's
No,
based
I
on
think-
centimeters.
but
Yeah.
I think they increased it in the later ones, so now he's closer to 6 foot something.
Okay. Fucking Venusaur is like 6.5 feet tall.
That's awesome. He's just a giant plant.
I know.
Venusaur.
Holy shit. Like he's a chunky motherfucker.
But what about Wabafat?
Wow.
Fuck
I
that.
know. You put me in the back
Oh.
seat with a bomb.
Favorite Pokemon? Bidoof.
What? You expect me not to catch
Oh, I
every
know.
Bidoof I find? Do you guys remember those videos?
You have literally watched them on
You
TV.
mistreated this Kakuna so much, he turned into a Beedrill the second I touched him.
Just out of pure happiness.
Big Dick B?
Man, everyone knows that's Big Dick B.
That's Pikachu.
Pikachu.
You knew what Pikachu was.
But
'cause
everyone knows Pikachu. Oh yeah, that's Pikachu. It's the way you said it too.
Oh, that's Big Dick B.
But no, yeah, I'm also really excited for Fire Emblem. Three Houses looks
Fucking
really
Luigi's
fucking
Mansion
good.
is
Phone's
what I'm
dying.
excited for.
Luigi's Mansion is good.
really want them to
I haven't
bring
played the first.
I want them to bring the whole trilogy over to Switch, though.
Is there
Agreed.
any other game that's like
Because I haven't beaten one or two.
exciting sounding? Go ahead, please.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Uh-huh.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Continue.
Yeah, no.
No, I don't have any nostalgia for Marvel, because, whatever. Blah, blah, blah,
No. I've played the first second one. Never even came close to beating him. Just this new one looks awesome.
I just fucking
Yeah.
anything Marvel puts their name on.
Exactly.
I'll buy it.
Exactly.
Let's face it, it's accurate.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you earlier, and I don't care, but I'm just gonna tell you now, just to plug it. But Black Cat #1 came out today.
Yeah. She hot.
Yeah.
She is.
Stop.
Them thick thighs, though.
Did you guys know in the X-Men or the
It's like
Wolverine
3Cs
video
thick.
game? Because there was
Which
a Wolverine
one?
video game that came out with Wolverine Origins.
Oh, X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Thank
Mhm.
you. In the video game, there's a Lost reference where you can find a hatch that has the 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42 numbers on the
The
side.
fuck is that?
Wow, you still have those numbers memorized.
Damn right. I do.
Somebody has no idea how much he likes that show.
You know what's funny though?
Numbers those are? Was that the plane?
No,
that
it's the
is
numbers on the outside of the hatch.
Is also the numbers that Hurley used to win the lottery.
What?
The
You
show
made it
Lost.
past season 1?
Oh, dude, he's watched.
I never found any interest.
The show, and my issue was when it was literally. I will never forget this. I will never forget.
I
this.
love how it's
tried
like
to
Marvel
watch-
Ultimate Alliance lost. Let's talk about it.
No, maybe think of X-Men and
I know.
Wolverine because the hatch.
Maybe I do need to give the show a chance now. But when I was a kid, I tried to watch one episode, and it was either the last season or the season or the season second to last season. But I remember watching it live on ABC. ABC.
I think so.
And it was going through, and it was it literally is, here's what's playing out, people are talking, it's doing its thing. On the bottom, it's going, now remember, this is a flash sideways, not a flash back or a flash forward. It's a flash sideways to what could have happened should the plane have landed, but the plane didn't land, so none of this actually happened. This is an alternate reality. And then stuff's happening, and
That
then
must have been a YouTube video because
that was actually on ABC when it aired at night. Like, it literally was like, here's the weather report,
At night.
scrolling across the bottom, and here's the little counter to tell you what's happening.
I watched. So I started watching that show on the finale. Like the finale started, and everyone was talking about how great of a show it was. So I started binging. So I think on episode 3 of the finale, I started binging from season 1, and I was barely a day late to watch the finale. I binge watched
How did I watch
all
that, though?
episodes.
I did something.
You just practically did Game of Thrones like that.
No,
I
'cause
killed
watched Game of
killed
Thrones.
Prison Break in
When it
3
aired.
days.
See, a lot of people talk about that show too. I should probably watch that.
I killed that in 3
Who?
days. I had strep throat while I was in college. I was living in the dorms. I could not go to class.
Jess just did Prison Break.
I could not fucking function
Yeah.
for 3 days,
So it was
and I
Prison
laid
Break.
in bed. Watched Prison Break.
What about Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad took me about a year and a half.
Yeah,
But
about 2 years for me to finish.
my problem with
Finished it in like a month.
my problem with Breaking Bad was I watched the first episode and then I had something bad happen and I didn't watch the show for a while, and then I started watching it, and then I stopped watching because I was in the process of trying to binge something else and then forgot about it, and the next thing I was like, oh yeah, duh, I haven't finished the last season, so I finished last season.
So Kaylee and I restarted The Office again. I think a week.
For your 300th time
yeah,
or 301st?
a week and a half ago, I think, from season 1, and we're already on season 4, episode 2.
I've been watching a new fucking series that is hilarious called Dead Pixels.
I've heard about that.
It's a British comedy about roommates that play an MMO together. And
Nerds.
it is so fucking hilarious. I have never seen a more accurate representation of gamer culture in television.
I love you, buddy, but I cannot get the British humor.
No.
The only show I've been able to get some of the humor from, and it's not.
This is guild humor, like the
Okay.
guild. Yeah, it's gamer humor. It's a British television series, but it's the guild's
I'll
humor.
probably get it because I was gonna say the only British show I've ever been able to watch all the way through and still laugh at was In Betweeners, and that's not because of the British humor; it's because it's pure sex humor.
Oh yeah, it's just dicks and butts and
Right.
butts and dicks,
Yeah.
and ripping doors off of cars and going to amusement parks.
Right.
Yeah, If you've never watched In-Betweeners, you need to fucking watch it.
is very
That is one of the funniest shows I have ever watched in my entire life.
funniest, but it is funny.
It's fucking hilarious. Picture if American Pie, like the
They
first
try to
American
do
Pie,
an
while they're
American
in high
version of
school.
In-Betweeners. It's actually not as good.
Which is really funny because it is like word for word the exact same scripts that were used to shoot the British one.
They just did not pull off.
It's just the actors couldn't do it as well. The guy that
It'd
played
be like you give somebody a script for Monty Python and be like, here, go act this out.
well, no, it's the same concept as Psycho. Psycho, shot for shot, word for word. The Vince Vaughn Psycho
Okay,
is a
hold on.
remake of
Hold on.
yeah.
Did the Psycho remake suck because it was a shot-for-shot remake and they didn't pull it off, or because it had Vince Vaughn?
I like Vince Vaughn.
Oh my god!
What did we
Speaking of Vince Vaughn,
what did we talk about with
with
Vince Vaughn?
gamers,
Yeah.
it was Dead Pixels. So that's one of the big jokes in like the second episode is they're all like, oh my god, they're making so the game is or the game that they play is called like Kingdoms Online. And they're like, oh my, like they're obsessed with Kingdoms Online. And somebody's like, oh, did you hear they're making a Kingdoms Online movie? And they're like, oh, they're making a Kingdoms Online movie. This is fucking amazing. And they're like, yeah, they just cast Vince Vaughn as the lead. And they're like, fuck this! Fuck this! There's no fucking way you can get Vince fucking Vaughn to play the lead. I mean, he's not even the right body type. I mean, how can you, in this whole thing just flipping out in internet
So
rage,
basically, Robert Pattinson is Batman.
basically.
Oh god.
But like I'm talking like internet rage to the point where like at one point in time somebody like erects a statue of Vince Vaughn so that way people in game can just stand there and whack it with their swords to like protest Vince Vaughn being cast as like the lead role in this movie
in
in
Let
Dead
us
Pixels.
digitally touch tips.
But it's oh god, that show is so fucking great.
I don't know why you just said that and what that reminded me of, and I don't even know if this is what that was from, but oh my god, it was Role Models of fucking funny. movie.
It was!
Was it?
Yes.
That's such a
I was
great
like,
fucking
In my head,
Come
I was
on.
like, holy
Let
fuck.
us digitally touch our tips.
God. Every time I watch that movie I'm like kind of want to rejoin Ampguard.
Every time I watch it, I go, can't.
What?
Every time I watch it, I haven't.
It's a good movie.
You've never seen it? You've never seen it?
It's pretty funny. It's got Sean. Oh, by the way, that is how Super Troopers 2 starts.
What?
With Sean William
McLovin?
Scott
Oh.
and
Sean William Scott's in Super Troopers 2?
yes,
Uh,
and another guy who I can't remember, but he's also a famous actor.
narrows it down. Not female. Got it.
I can't remember from what it is.
Super
If you look it up on IMDb, it's.
Does he have
less than
all of his
people.
limbs?
Yeah.
Okay, we're narrowing it down here. Playing guess who if there's one.
Damon Wayans Jr.?
Sure.
I'm just scrolling through people in Super Troopers 2. I'm trying to think
And
of the most
if it goes
popular.
by credit appearance, it's literally the first two people you see.
I'm going to assume it's him then. Because it literally goes Sean William Scott, Clifton Collins Jr., who I don't know who the fuck that guy is. Steve
Let
something?
me
Mac. Rabbit, Thorny, Foster, and then Trooper Wagner, Damon Wayans Jr.
No.
Brian Cox,
That
Captain
should be
O'Hagan.
whoever's after Sean William Scott.
Clifton Collins Jr., the bus driver.
Maybe. Oh no, you're right. Never mind. I'm sorry. No, it's not him.
Okay.
It is after they see everyone. I forgot about that. Because it's in order of appearance, right?
I don't know. That guy?
Yes.
Yeah, Damon Wayans Jr.
Gotcha.
No, he
It is. He looks
Talk
exactly like his dad.
literally talk about somebody
What a weird
that,
thing to say.
What?
no,
No,
like,
Damon Wayne. Like, hold on.
basically Damon Wayans just went and cloned himself.
Okay, question time. If you could create a clone of yourself, would you? And I'm talking.
Does that clone live forever? And can I go into
That's
that
his
clone
dad.
body?
Yeah, looks like Sinbad.
He is so much better than Sinbad.
Anyway. I made myself laugh saying that. No, so it doesn't live forever. It starts off as a baby. You have to take care of it. Would you still?
I have to take care of
Started
it?
as
Yes.
a baby,
Fuck that.
a tiny little baby. Now look at me.
Why don't
Now
I have a
look
kid?
at me.
Do
See,
what?
dude,
Would you?
Why,
They
does-
won't
why,
do anything like
why don't I just have a kid?
are you,
Yeah.
What?
You're saying they don't look anything alike.
The only thing is that this
Which
difference
one's-
is
hold on.
Junior has facial hair.
Hold on. Is Sinbad on the right or left?
No, that is.
But yeah, seriously. And they have the exact same mannerisms, the same delivery, the same.
Oh, yeah.
like, they're both just.
One has
great.
Rick
They
It's
need
not-
to do a movie
doesn't.
together. Have they done anything together? Actually.
They've last time he was in anything was with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You're not allowed to say that word.
Yeah, you would.
What? Were you talking to Corey, Nick, when you said that? Oh my gosh.
Like, come on.
Oh, guys, seriously.
Like that 100% looks like the exact same fucking guy.
You want to talk about people that look alike?
Anyway, whatever.
I don't know if anyone sees this the way I do, but holy shit, can I not unsee this?
Are you just gonna bring up two random Asians?
Does everybody remember Wildberry Pop
Yeah,
Tarts?
yeah.
They still
Everybody remembers
exist.
Wildberry Pop Tarts?
Yes.
Well, this is them today.
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
He's
Nebula looks like a Wildberry
This fucking guy.
The whole
This
time,
fucking
the
guy.
whole time I was watching the movie last night, it would show her and her face doesn't look real and it looks really like smooth. It was just like it was like what, the whole time everyone's watching, they're getting in the movie and I'm just like about 2 hours in I went Wildberry Pop. Tina was like, what? I was like, that's what she looks like. Looks like the icing on the Wildberry Pop.
I'm
Ooh.
not gonna lie.
Oh.
Those were my shit.
I
as a
know,
kid.
weren't they the best?
And then they disappeared for like 10 years. And then, I don't know, I was browsing. I was on the East
still
Coast.
sell them at Walmart.
I was on the East Coast living in
Target.
Providence. And we don't have Kroger out there. Instead of Kroger, it's Stop and Shop.
It's K. Rogers.
Quick Stop?
No,
And
Stop
so
and Shop.
we were at Stop and Shop getting our groceries for the day. And I just happened to browse through the toaster pastry section. And
You
there
just
was
ended
fucking
up there.
Wildberry Pop-Tarts.
You said East Coast?
Yeah.
What is the gas station place out there that also has a deli?
Fucking...
Oh, the one.
Those
Those
are
are
God,
the
I can
only
see
one.
Trust
it.
me,
I can
it's
see it, but I
delicious.
can't.
They make great sandwiches.
I can see it.
Is
but
that
I
the
can't
place
think
that they
of
were
the
talking about
fucking
today? Did you listen to
Is it
today's
big-
Sheets.
podcast?
Huh?
Sheets.
Nope.
Hold on. I'll tell you what it is because they talked about it on the Rich
Starts
Cheese
with
podcast.
W, I think.
I was thinking W actually.
Yeah.
They literally were talking about it on the Rooster Teeth podcast because they went somewhere on a vacation and one of the guys was like, "Oh my god!"
It's like
you
a
gotta
last
try
name or
this,
something, right?
Their sandwiches.
Maybe.
Like it's just like a
While we're trying to figure out the name of a convenience store,
No.
Joey points the question of favorite Wayans brother.
Nope.
Damon, 100% Damon. For me,
Bruce.
I'm sorry.
Wawa.
Wawa. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
yes,
Wawa.
It is called Wawa. When I first moved there and I was living with Jeff, he talked about going to Wawa, and I thought he was making a joke. So I laughed. And he was just like, "What?" And I was just like, "Wawa." He's like, "Yeah, we go there. It's literally WAWA." And I was like, "Okay." They have a full deli.
It's amazing.
So literally, pump your gas.
Say Wawa, and I
go
was like,
inside,
water?
get
Get
some
a sandwich.
snacks, get a fucking foot-long sandwich, pay, leave.
And then on top of Wawa, they have Wegmans.
Yep.
And Wegmans,
that's what I was thinking of.
Wegmans is like a take Kroger Marketplace and pump it full of the most powerful fucking steroids you can find.
I don't know that place. Never mind.
Because a Wegmans, you go in and it's like a normal grocery store, but there's like 4 different restaurants inside of it, and you go into the prepared food section and you walk around and there's like 40 like cooks behind these glass panels, and you walk up and you say, "Oh, I want this," and they're like, "Okay," boom, and they literally make it in front of you and give it to you, and it's like a grocery store, but they have a massive prepared
I
food
need to go
section
out to the East Coast. I
that's
don't want that.
insane.
If I had to pick a favorite Wayans brother, it's either Damon or Marlon.
Oh, it is a different company. It's Publix subs that they went to, but they were talking about the same thing. They were like, "It's a fucking gas station." He's like, "No, like you gotta try their sandwiches."
Wawa sandwich. There was a couple weeks I lived off of it, so I only had a job for basically a day. I was a caterer.
Was that really a job then, or was that just
It was
a side
the
subject?
single worst job I've ever had in my
Really?
entire life, and I wouldn't wish it on a single person. It is just fucking terrible. You're on your feet for basically 14 hours, non-stop,
Already,
constantly moving, bowing down to any single. Which I get it. So like if you're a caterer for a wedding or something, totally
Sounds like work every day.
get it. Right. I just couldn't do it. Like
I used to get pissed off because when I worked
At least where we work, at least in my department, it's sometimes worth it.
I don't know if I'm just spoiled at where I work, but literally every 2 hours I get a 15-minute paid break. I get a hour
so that was
lunch.
the thing.
Like,
We didn't get breaks.
that's
at
how
all.
the movie theater was. I would in an 8-hour shift, you got a 20-minute lunch.
What's this break you talk about?
Yeah.
Explain this to me.
I think he just puts a name on the thing where we stand in the back hallway and shove our mouthful of whatever food we can for the 30 seconds and then go back out front.
You get to do that for 15 minutes?
Yeah. It's awful.
I ended
It really
up being
sucks
too
that we
fat
have
for the
you know,
uniform.
have to go and
So
sit
I got
down
to carry
and, like,
all of
actually,
the
like,
equipment
relax
and everything
such.
from point A to point B because everything was downhill for some reason or another, and the little cook shop was downhill. So all of that had to be carried uphill. So since I was the only one who couldn't fit in the uniform, I got to do it all. And then it torrential downpoured. It was great, fucking great night it was. And then I got paid $35.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get any tips. They didn't tip
Here's your
me out
welfare for the
at
night.
all.
Yep.
You made $35.
And I was there for 12 and a half hours.
So you made just under $3 an hour.
Sure.
I made $54.89 an hour last night.
Yeah, you're better than all of us.
And you made
Making us all feel bad.
$39 for the whole day. 35 for the whole day.
It was one of those things where it was a private company, and an old friend of Jeff's
$50
parents.
a day. Fucker pulls it down an hour.
What Jeff's parent?
I mean, I pull
I'm
my
sorry,
pants
this-
down for a lot
Jeff's
less.
friend's parent actually owned the place, and so okay, let me rephrase. I got $85. No, never mind. I didn't get that because that was a finder's fee. So
Great film.
the guy that ended up
He could have been gay. Don't you dare disparage
the guy
him.
that I gave as my reference because like I needed the job, and of course I wasn't really looking that hard, so it was partially my fault too. Basically, he got paid $50 from his dad because he found me, and I had to sign all these forms saying I was a private contractor, and then yeah, I ended up just $35.
Sounds like some
By the
shady
way.
shit.
I looked, they're still in business. I got an email from them literally a couple weeks ago. I was like, so-and-so catering. I'm not saying all that. You know,
Yeah.
So-and-so catering. Fuck you! I looked at their Facebook page. They have a low rating. Like, I guess it's about 3.0. It's right in the middle between people going, we really wanted them to do this. It was very simple, and they listed what they wanted to do, and it seemed simple. Granted, I'm not in that industry. I don't know. They just fucking either A, didn't respond, or B, just didn't do it.
Huh?
And then still expected to get paid like the thousands of dollars they were going to pay.
Makes sense.
It was a shitty night. I hated that. I went back home and I was just like, I'm never doing that again.
Jeez.
But that's why I spent my $35 was Wawa. Back to the circle.
Yeah. Full circle.
It is 11:10. Just like you know.
I can't remember what his name was. I'd have to ask Jeff.
Cabbage?
Yeah, if he even talks to him still.
Carl.
I remember his last
Did-
name only
did-
because it's in the catering.
Does Cabbages still have Cabbage Cast?
But he hasn't done it in a while.
Oh, okay.
He did his D&D thing for a really long time, but they still don't do that.
I was just say we should do a joint podcast between Cabbage Cast and Weekly Reset.
I don't think they do stuff this late though. They all have
That's true.
respectable jobs.
Legitimate, actual jobs.
What you trying to say?
I know what Jeff does.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore, I guess.
Trying
I
to
don't
say
know
that
what
I
it
don't
is.
have a respectable job?
No, I'm saying you have a respectable job, but the shit he does is
We gonna be respectable as fuck.
used to be for the military.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I
I
yeah.
don't know what he does.
We're not allowed to talk
I'm
on
not allowed-
this, but yeah,
I'm not allowed to know what he was doing.
right.
Understood.
Yeah.
Makes him sound super biased.
Saving puppies.
No, he quit because
He
he
was-
was really uncomfortable.
He was
with it.
digging shitters.
No, Never mind. We're not allowed to talk about it, especially on a podcast right now.
I really don't
But
know
anyway.
what he was doing. I know the general basis of what he was doing, what he was doing it for.
But he wasn't
I-
allowed to discuss any information about anything. But it was like some super hella government conspiracy bullshit shit.
Sounds like
Types
fun.
shit.
Future stuff.
Future.
Anybody playing any games tonight? I know you won't.
So I've got it open, but
Might.
I may stay
I'm
up 'cause
tired.
I literally have one more shift and then I'm on vacation for a week, so
I
I'm gonna say
want to
fuck
stay.
it.
I got-
I'm not going to.
I got 4 hours of sleep last night, so
I went to bed last night at 5 a.m. and slept until 4 today.
I went to bed last night at 5 a.m. and slept until 8:30 a.m.
One thing I do think we should talk about real quick, also, before we do jump off, is just what people, either predictions or what you're hoping out of E3 this week.
Microsoft's gonna steal the show.
Oh, 100%
Oh,
guaranteed.
Yeah, like,
Microsoft's gonna steal the show. I'm
well, first of all,
thinking.
there's no competition because Sony's left.
Well,
So
I mean, Nintendo could have some pretty big bombs, but Nintendo is also
Nintendo
like a
will,
like a
I guess-
treehouse.
well, but the thing
It's
with
not.
Nintendo
It's not a
is-
live conference.
The thing with Nintendo, I will say is, and I love Nintendo. Do not get me wrong, I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy. But with Nintendo, is it is very much, oh, okay, like we're gonna announce a lot of new shit, and everyone's gonna fall in love with it, and there's gonna be a new Mario game, and there's gonna be, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, that's incredible, I love it. The thing is, though, I feel like Nintendo is very much for the Nintendo people, and it's here's this little bubble over here.
It's
and
not
then-
little though. You gotta think about it.
I
Right.
shouldn't use that terminology,
Right.
but my point is they're in their bubble,
Yeah.
and everyone knows it's this perfect world that everything is wonderful, and it's all like here's this, and then
Acid.
here's the rest of the entire company where there's a like the console wars going on over here, and over here you have Disney World where everyone's just happy and just like handing out
I'll give you that.
and
I will also say how
That's a good comparison. I like how it's Disney.
this will never happen ever in the history of ever.
watch what you're about to say because you may be wrong this week.
But how insane would it be if Microsoft's press conference starts and the head of Sony walks out?
Oh, it's not gonna happen.
And-
they literally said today because somebody like what's his name, Jory.
I don't know.
He works for Apple.
Fuck's I know.
I don't
I
know.
can't remember his name, but anyway, he literally
We never
like
even
came
talked
out
about
today
the
and
Apple
threw a
stuff.
fit about. I do want to talk to you about that at some point. Threw an entire fit about the atrocity of how dare somebody even make the comment that we would ever partner with Microsoft. or
Well,
something
but
like that.
so
It's
so
like,
so
fuck off,
so
dude.
that's the other thing is so
Shit.
supposedly they had they've already announced Elder Scrolls 6 will not be at E3 in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, yeah. So neither is. Oh yeah, we're not working on a new Fallout game. Oh, here's Fallout 4. It comes out in a week. Oh yeah, we're not working
No,
on
no,
a new
no,
Fallout. Oh, here's Fallout 76.
There's a
It comes out in
difference
week.
between saying like, "Hey, we're not working on a new game," and "Oh yeah, that game that we showed a trailer for last year that was just to kind of appease everybody to make sure that everybody's not getting pissed off at us right now. We're not going to show anything else."
I very much don't listen
I'm-
to them
I'm-
when
Todd
they say
Howard,
something's
Todd
not
Howard
good.
came out and said that they are developing Elder Scrolls 6 to be played for over a decade.
Correct.
Yes.
They want it to. They want
Same
it
with
to.
Destiny 1.
Well,
And,
I'll take Bethesda's
Well,
word
and
faster
Division.
than I will.
My thing that I will say
Activision.
about Todd Howard is, and I understand, to me, Todd Howard's a fucking rock star. I love the man. I will buy
Elder
anything
Scrolls
the man does. But
76.
I'd play the fuck out of that. Oh wait, Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh.
my thing is though with
7 Scrolls to Die.
is the dude is so fucking.
Yeah.
Like, people may come through and be like, hey, like, we're not going to show off, Elder Scrolls 6. We don't have any... And he'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I've got, like, some concept art on my phone. I'll fucking put this and plug this in and show it. I'm Todd Howard. What did I tell you?
Real quick.
Here's my thing. I'm really looking forward to Elder Scrolls Online because apparently they got a lot of big announcements for that.
Really? Even though
Yes.
Elsewhere just came out?
Yes. Well, it's more of what's going on this year.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
so
okay with that.
Elsewhere has come out, but like that's just the
I didn't know if you
of
meant,
the plan,
Like, oh,
and then-
here's, like, fucking, like, Argonia. Or
no
something. I was like,
no.
I can't believe I
Um,
already jumped into an
No,
experience.
but
You didn't say that right.
no. Sorry, my bad.
No,
No. No.
I can't hear
No!
anyone, I just
No!
I can't hear anyone
No,
who just do it
stop!
like that. Not the way you do it, but the whole like no. And
Oh
then
no.
Get Out.
I was referencing BioShock. You're referencing Get Out
I don't remember what you referenced.
with the little sisters. No.
The only thing I
And then
remember
you
with the
put your
little
hand over
sisters
there.
Is just come on, Mr. Bubbles.
Oh God.
They're so adorable.
Anyway, no, but my biggest thing. So apparently, Watch Dogs 3, please, for the love of God, be more like 1 than 2.
I never played the second one, but
I did.
The
first
second one
was
wasn't
incredible.
terrible.
played the shit out of
I
it.
love the
never
first
touched
one because it was very dark, gritty, almost film noir kind of vibe.
and definitely didn't live up to the trailer.
And I don't know. I had a blast with 1.
I'm torn.
Two?
I'm
I'm just
between what you guys are both saying because I agree. A lot of fun. Love the game. Phenomenal story. That trailer is not at all what I was delivered.
Same.
True. I'll give you that. 100%.
So, yeah, I see both.
I just, yeah.
I agree.
But at the same time, 2, I was really excited for, and it was just like, oh, you liked what we did with 1? Well, here's Saints Row with neon
Cell phone that
signs
goes through
and
the
have fun. Like, I just, it didn't have the same vibe and
I can't
feel
believe
that
they're
we
gonna-
got on the first.
So they've actually said there's going to be a 3. I
No,
mean,
it leaked
literally
this
is
week.
called Watch Dogs International. It wasn't even a leak. Like Ubisoft's Twitter sent it out and said, "Stay tuned for E3."
Oh yeah, but
And it literally
it's
is called Watch Dogs International.
but it's supposed to be a quote unquote like their political statement on Brexit and Anonymous.
So, to bring things back to Elder Scrolls 6 real quick,
Sorry.
if they add in what features would you want from other Elder Scrolls / Fallout games in this new Elder Scrolls game?
that's not what I was going to say.
Duping items.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Duping.
Every game.
I mean,
Watch
it,
Dogs Legion. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Mixed it
yeah,
up
that's
with
what
Men in Black International.
I would like to see in all honesty, I would like to see a game that is driven by single player content. That is, that has that feel of Elder Scrolls. It has the feel of Skyrim,
I was gonna say, okay,
but
That's all it was.
still has the ability to do like drop in, drop out with your friends. Not a shared world like Destiny, not anything like that.
so you're talking something kind of more along the lines of like Dark Souls, where like
Yeah.
somebody's playing, but then you can jump into your friend's
Or
game
You
and
can
stuff.
jump in
Borderlands?
Or Borderlands.
You can jump in and you can still play with your friends and run around and have that sort of sandboxy Elder Scrolls
But the problem
play.
is you remove all possibilities of mods doing that. And I hate to tell you, that is one of those things that has kept Skyrim alive.
It has, and
Fully agree.
maybe they come along with a system that allows mods to work with that. That's something I'd like to see.
GTA 5, where you just have mods on the single player only.
At the end of the day, I'm still gonna buy Elder Scrolls 6 no matter what features it has. I'm still gonna dedicate an obscene amount of time
So-
to this game.
What I would really like, and granted, it's not going to be in Skyrim, I'm assuming, because clearly we've already had Skyrim. I would like to be able to build your own hearth village and eventually become your own
Jarl.
Jarl. I just think that'd be cool.
More of
And
this,
then-
more of
I
the
mean-
empire building.
Not so much purely empire based, but so like Skyrim, I feel like I really like that.
With
game.
was it Hearthfire? Hearth.
Right, where you got building the house and everything was
You're right.
fun.
It is
Yeah, it
Hearthfire.
is Hearthfire.
Yeah, but like expanded to like
Like Fallout
almost
4.
city size. Like we're Fallout 4,
But
where you
see,
create your own community
Imagine
and
building your own community, your own village, where you have your own blacksmith and everything, and then suddenly there's a civil war just like there was in Skyrim. And instead of just picking a side where you're there, now you're with troops. You're with people that you've helped train or so on.
Almost
That
like
would
an
be really-
almost like RTS, but then you can go down and actually play.
Well, no, I would say not even have any RTS element in it. Like, the combat's always been goofy in Skyrim. When you put 30 against 30, it's just like people just... Ah! Like, you're throwing a fireball and hit all your own team, and you're just like, sorry, guys. And you throw the fireball.
Not me.
Literally. But, like, I just think it'd be cool as if, because they introduced kids. Skyrim was the first one that had kids, right? There was never any kids in...
They were actual
Oblivion.
like kids in the game, I believe. You just
No, I know. I'm talking about
you couldn't
Oblivion.
like adopt them or anything.
Well, you can. That was an expansion.
In Skyrim.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my point.
No,
is-
I'm saying there were kids in the other games. Yes, you couldn't go through. There
Oh,
was
were
not
there?
like
Yeah.
adoption
I don't.
and stuff
I don't
like
remember
that
anything I don't remember any from Oblivion. But the point being is, you could then have people have children, and
100%.
if,
Joey said, "I feel bad for all of my other games when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, especially if it's a decade-long game."
right. But I don't know how they would make that game decade long. Is kind of where I was going with that. unless they were to do something that would expand, so the narrative would constantly change.
Well,
You
in
think of, hey,
supposedly
we
it's
have a shit ton of DLC constantly
right,
constantly, like,
constantly adding
every 6
story
months.
DLC instead of a
can
new
tell you
game.
guys, every game that has ever come out and said, we have all this free new DLC. We have we've got this plan for it to come out every 2, 3, 6 months, whatever.
Never pans out.
Sea of Thieves, Battlefield, these triple
I-
A developers. And I hate to tell you, Elder Scrolls is up there. Elder Scrolls came out with what, three paid DLCs?
Here,
And one of them was a house builder.
here's my thing.
Hold on.
I think they're going more for a single player story driven like WoW setup where it's more of a giant expansion every year or
Which is
every
also
other year.
great, but here's the other issue with that is when games always start off with the giant expansion idea setup, their base game always lags.
I'm just saying though,
True.
Elder Scrolls I know it's a different style of game, but Elder Scrolls Online is going on 6 years and they've not once backed off of the whole, hey, every month we have new
Elder
content
Scrolls
coming
is
out.
also an MMO. I mean, that's a whole different genre of its
I
own.
get that, but my point is, so Bethesda's already proved that they are able to have a team that does constantly go through and constantly put out new DLC to constantly keep a game going.
Well, it's only
So-
had three DLCs, right?
3 major ones.
3 actual
Three
paid
major expansions with
yes.
lots of DLC.
But then you have like
But also
20
this is-
DLC packs.
You also got to think though. That's ZeniMax. That's a separate studio from Bethesda. That's not. Yes, Elder Scrolls is a Bethesda licensed product, but
is, it's all the same money.
What's the
Todd Howard
DLC?
could literally say, "Hey, throw money at this," and ZeniMax would say, "Okay, we'll do
No,
it."
yeah, you're right. You're
What's
right.
the
but
DLC packs for ESO?
I mean, you've
Uh,
got
Thieves Guild.
Dark Brotherhood. You got Murkmire,
Orsinium.
Orsinium,
Uh,
Clockwork City.
the major expansions are Morrowind, Somerset, and Elsewhere,
Right.
and then they have
Right.
smaller
Like, hold on,
content.
I mean, I
packages.
just like
Think about the Destiny 2 setup. They had Destiny 2 launched, and then they had the Curse of Osiris and the.
was Dark Brotherhood an ESO originally?
Nope.
So Thieves Guild wasn't either.
So
No.
just going through, and this is in the order
Kind
it
of
was
weird,
released,
guys.
but
That's kind of what it.
Imperial.
I see what you're saying.
Imperial City, Orsinium, Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, Shadows of the Hist.
Hist. Yeah.
Then the Morrowind expansion came, and then it was Horns of the Reach, Clockwork City, Dragon Bones, then the Somerset chapter, and then Wolf Hunter, Murkmire, Wrathstone, and now Elsewhere has come out, and then there's still 3 more things to come out before the end of the
Okay,
year.
I definitely hear it. I mean, the beginning
I see what Corey's
3 or
saying.
4, I feel like should have already been in the game in the first place, since that's kind of an Elder Scrolls focus.
Yes and no.
If Elder Scrolls game
For
came
an,
out without Dark Brotherhood,
online game.
yeah, for online it makes sense.
Considering, also you got to look though at Skyrim. Skyrim focused on literally one part of Tamriel. You look at Elder Scrolls Online, and the base game launched with this unheard of amount
Which
of
is-
zones for an Elder
which is
Scrolls
cool.
game.
Like,
Except for Arena and Daggerfall, which both launched with all of those continents available,
Yeah.
which is so weird for a DOS game
Yeah.
to have hands down the biggest map ever in the history of video games.
That's
And
not
so-
entirely
it's not-
correct. I was
so-
gonna say that has
correct
been
anymore.
disproven.
You know,
What?
It's fucking huge, but it's not the biggest.
I can
It's like
understand.
number 4 or 5.
God.
I can
What is it?
understand
I
why
missed
Elder
this
Scrolls
one.
Online
Arena.
didn't start
Oh,
with Dark
Elder Scrolls
Brotherhood
1
and Thieves
is
Guild.
No,
the
no,
biggest map
Daggerfall.
ever.
Because they
Daggerfall,
were-
excuse me, 2 was the biggest.
If you play a single player Elder
map.
Scrolls game, those
4th
are
biggest
like
map of all time.
Side quests.
those are.
And
I
it
wouldn't
came
call
out
them
in, like,
side
the
quests, but
90s.
they're
Side stories?
adventures. You know,
Okay,
they're
adventures, yeah.
adventure paths you can take. You know, you have the main story of Skyrim, which is defeating Alduin and all that. But then there's this whole adventure you can take with the Dark Brotherhood. There's this whole adventure you can take with the Thieves Guild and all that.
That also changes your dialogue whenever you go to fight Alduin, too.
Exactly. But then, you go to Elder Scrolls Online, and when it launches, you have the Ebonheart Pact storyline. You have the Daggerfall Covenant storyline. You have the Almeri Dominion. And then you have all the stuff that's focusing around Cyrodiil.
Right.
And then, as the game progresses, they unveil, oh, hey, we're going to introduce the Thieves Guild. Now there's a Legerdemain skill line where you can improve your thieving abilities and all this kind of stuff. And then we introduce, the Thieves Sanctuary or whatever it is, the Thieves Refuge or whatever.
Outlaw Refuge.
Yeah, Outlaw Refuge. And then, oh, by the way, we're going to introduce the Dark Brotherhood and the Blade of Woe and the assassination quests and all that kind of stuff. I think that
The Litany of Blood
the Litany
is
of
so
Blood,
good.
I
think
cheated
that,
my fucking way through that with Wikipedia.
I think that Elder Scrolls Online sort of gets a bit of a pass. You know, I think saying that when it launched it wasn't a complete
Well,
game.
to be fair, it wasn't. I
No.
played it from launch when they did the revamping.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said we all beta tested it.
Yeah, we all beta tested.
I thought I was the only one that was in the closed private beta.
No.
I was beta tested. I had to sign,
Because I sent
sign
you
the
video
NDAs
of
and
it.
shit.
Huh?
I sent you a video. No, I didn't.
No.
I signed NDAs and shit for the beta.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No, because you played it like a day or two before I did.
Oh, okay.
I
But,
still
like,
have
we were
text
all
for,
in
like,
it.
Oh, hey, thanks for. I've still got I literally have all my mail that I ever received
Yeah.
from getting things like it's
Okay.
here's your pet.
Yeah.
number.
I was gonna say
Here's,
I got the
like-
beta testing pet and all that because it was
When they changed
it was
everything? Because they did change
One
a lot.
Tamriel.
They did with one
One
Tamriel,
Tamriel,
yeah.
okay.
And that wasn't
Yeah, I
really
mean,
changing everything. That was just an alteration of the core faction mechanic.
But-
because people were complaining that if I started a Daggerfall character and my friend was an Aldmeri character, we can never play together. And it wasn't really.
It did a lot more than that.
I was going to
Well,
say.
it was also your
That
level
was
cap.
Well, I was gonna
It
say it changed.
scaling
It
and
messed
all
with level
that.
cap. It messed with scaling. It messed with
Just aim
the fact that because do you remember that we used to have servers? It used to be
Yeah.
like WoW, where it was you had to be on
Yeah.
Spirestone. You had it when
Yeah.
ESO launched. That's how it was.
I was going to say, you
Originally
also,
at launch,
you also
yeah.
couldn't attack
I played
AI.
the
You
game-
couldn't
I
interact or
played the game in
pickpocket
beta.
from them.
I've been
And
playing since 2013, and yes,
at
when
launch-
you launched it, it was you had to pick a
I
server.
mean, I have
because we
the
all were
pets.
talking to each
I
other
have the
like
pets
this.
for 3, 6, and 12 months of being a subscriber.
We all do.
I never
Well, I don't.
had to pick a server.
Yeah, you had to pick a server at character creation, but you didn't have to pick it
Then you're
each
the
time
only
you played.
person in the entire United States that did not have to. do that.
At the beginning, you had to
Yes.
pick a server.
Because it was literally, if you're on the
I
US
don't-
Anyway.
servers,
I
it
don't
was,
remember that.
It was here's 12 servers to pick if you're US, here's 12 servers to pick if you're European.
Anyway.
I
remember
do not
having-
remember that.
I remember having to talk to them and everyone to find out which server
No,
we were
I
gonna
do
be
not
on.
remember that then.
No, sorry.
I also
So
remember playing before Nick. That was pretty funny. I bought the game before, or no, we bought the game at the same time, but he went like a month and a half without playing it, and by that point I was done.
no, I started playing it, but I stopped playing it for a while because of different stuff, and then you just kept playing it, and then when I got like hooked on it, you were like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not playing that anymore.
I got to level 40, it got boring.
That
was back when people were selling vampire bites or werewolf bites.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I remember that.
Is this still going on?
Oh yeah.
Just making sure.
No. So you want to talk big maps? What do you think is one of the biggest maps
I
in
know Just
game
Cause
history?
is on there. I saw a whole video on it.
Just Cause is on here.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Witcher 3?
Witcher 3 is on there.
Okay, so Just Cause, 400 square miles
Yep.
on the map.
Which one? Which Just Cause?
Most recent one, I believe.
Just
Just Cause,
Just Cause
3.
400 square miles.
Just Cause 3.
Oh, is it Just Cause 3?
It is 3. You said
Far Cry 3 was also up there.
Witcher
but I don't think
3.
it's
Witcher 3 is at number 16, 84 square miles.
I can't remember who number 1 is.
Why does
but I
that
know
game
it's
feel so
fucking massive.
huge?
Number 1 is Elder Scrolls Daggerfall for Windows DOS.
Still?
Yes, at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elder Scrolls Daggerfall at 62,000 square miles.
I thought there was one more.
62,000 square miles.
For a DOS game.
But it is also one that the map is randomly generated on your RAM as you play.
And if I have 1.5 terabytes of RAM, goddamn, is that map gonna be huge?
That fucking computer again.
Well, Corey said he wanted to talk about it.
What's
But yeah-
number 2 then?
Number 2 is Guild Wars Nightfall at 15,000
Fuel
square
is up
miles.
there with 14,400
Yeah,
square
Fuel's number
kilometers.
3. Yeah,
Guild Wars
What's
Night-
Fuel?
Guild Wars Nightfall.
it's
is
a
number 2.
off-road racing game.
Where's
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild?
Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall is the big-
Oh, I know what you're talking
Breath
about.
of the Wild is like
Holy
number
shit, what is that?
16 or 17.
Technically, it's Minecraft. Technically,
Oh, that
Minecraft.
doesn't-
is-
What? Minecraft doesn't count because it's
Technically
technically
Minecraft.
infinite.
Okay, but hold on.
Well,
so if
no,
that's the
the
case,
highest-
then doesn't that invalidate Daggerfall or Daggerfall?
Technically, it's not infinite.
Oh,
because,
I thought it was infinite. That's why I was saying it shouldn't count.
1,000 million, technically.
Well, I mean,
up to
yeah, it
4
eventually
billion
caps
square
out.
kilometers.
I didn't realize it eventually capped out. I
It's
thought.
because the game starts to crash once you go so far.
Oh.
There was
There
a
is-
guy that literally
Yeah,
he
he's still
spent
doing
like
it, I believe.
He spent like 3 years just walking in one direction, and like he's getting to a point where like cactuses are floating in the air.
It's cacti.
And like the ground is the sky, and the ground is in like everything's like inverted. Yeah. Like it's
the game
weird.
starts freaking out at a certain point.
It's just like holy shit, I don't have.
Breath of the Wild is number 23 at 22 square miles.
That's all. God, that game is huge.
Far Cry 2 has 31 square miles.
I played 2. I played
2 is good.
Fallout 4 is 43 square miles. Dragon Age Inquisition's 45, which seemed kind of odd because I thought that was the smallest out of all the maps, but
I haven't played any of those.
it's actually the biggest. Inquisition versus the others.
We're up to our 2-hour mic. Next week. Fuck. Have we already decided what next month's video games are going to be?
Yeah.
Yes.
What are they?
Broderlands.
Broderlands?
Yeah.
I really want an excuse to go back through and play the Dragon Age series.
I was gonna say,
That's
I
fine.
need an excuse to go back and play them because I've never played them. I've never played those. I've never played Mass
Oh.
Effect.
The first one.
What?
Yeah, I played the first Mass Effect for about 8 hours.
In his
There's a
defense,
reason- yeah, we
I
already know why.
technically have
here for
not
this,
played
though.
either, but
He watched his
it's
wife.
because I watched Adrian play the entire thing. So I know the entire story of all of Dragon Age and all of Mass Effect. I never physically played it because I was like, "What's like?"
You did not know
I
push
watched
button.
Adrian play it. What's the point of me playing it?
You know why I never beat him. I literally called Nick and I was about 6 hours
Oh,
into the first
God,
game.
yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck is this game? Is so boring." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" And I was
As in, what is
explaining-
WoW's size?
And I was like,
80.
okay,
Sorry,
You're-
I'm answering the question.
You're fine. Go ahead. Nick.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you're asking what size World of Warcraft is. World of Warcraft's 80 square kilometers.
But I talked to him and I was like, "Dude, I'm like 6 hours into the game and nothing's happening." He was like, "Where are you at?" And I don't even remember what I was doing.
In
But I was
Prime.
explaining. No, and I'm exaggerating with 6. I think I was about 3 hours in, and I just got into the thing.
The Citadel.
No.
He was still on Eden Prime.
Yeah.
No,
He was.
I had found some relic that you touch and you have a vision.
Eden Prime.
Eden
Okay,
Prime.
Yeah.
so I was at that point, and Nick
The
was
first
like, "How
fucking
are you
level.
fucking 3 hours in?" And I was like, "Because they keep making me read all this shit. They keep
Because he
unlocking,
keeps
like,
finding
30
stuff in his
pages."
codex and reading every
I
single
was
page of
reading
his
every
codex as soon
single
as it
part of
becomes
the
So
available.
ironically,
I was
he's
like,
very
stop.
knowledgeable in Mass Effect.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't.
Well,
My
he's very
reading is-
knowledgeable about Eden
First-
Prime.
Good.
Well, True. Yeah.
I was like, "Holy fuck, this game is boring." And Nick was like, "Stop reading that." And I was like, "No, it tells me like a new page unlocked. I have to read it." And he was like, "Stop." I was just
Stop.
like,
Just play the game.
But no, like Lifetaker and Boof played
Mhm.
the first Dragon Age probably at least each 30 to 40 times. Like they have made
Origins
every-
is such a great game.
such
I own it
fucking
on PC.
character.
I will say, Origins is the only one I've actually like played through.
Origins is pretty good.
All the other ones I watched Adrian
I
play.
got to the, and that one.
And
I got
what
to-
was the standalone expansion for Origins? With the-
Awakening.
Awakening. I did play Awakening. The rest, Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Inquisition, I watched Adrian play.
Dragon Age? I got to a point where I was at a castle and it was raining, and I just got to that castle, and they were like, "Hey, you're joining other
Yeah.
people."
Yeah, he literally
Grey
What type of
Wardens.
character?
Grey
did you
Wardens,
make?
yeah.
Huh?
What type of character did you
It was
make?
like 50.
Elf.
Yeah,
Thief!
I was gonna say, I'm sure I was some form of thief elf.
Might be. Should have known.
That's about all I make.
Is everyone ready for the?
No.
So I wanted to chat about that. Do we have like a due date to get in like our backstories?
I haven't created one. I mean, I really stopped just right up the step by step. I have a very good tree in my head of how I want everything to go down. So I'm probably gonna do that like tomorrow or the day after, where I just sit on my computer, put on headphones, listen to music, turn off Discord, so nobody bothers me.
That's fine.
So
We'll-
do you want us
we'll-
to maybe
we'll
like
just
maybe?
start a text
So
chat.
we're playing next Saturday. Do you want us to maybe like by next, maybe by the next podcast, everyone has at least like
Next
Well,
Saturday
so
or
here's
in
the
like
thing.
3
I
days?
feel like
next
when-
next
Like 1
15th.
week from 3
Okay,
days.
'cause I was like, I am not playing in the middle
So-
of E3.
No.
Okay.
fucking priorities, bro.
When
Dude,
did,
I
when did
took-
BFA come
I
out?
literally took a week off work for this.
So I have
Before or
to-
after August 22nd?
I'm at 2%.
It came out like August
How are you
15th. August 15th.
So that 80 square kilometers is after. So that 80 square kilometers is accurate up to now. Lead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
I have to buy the 360 camera still, which I'm probably gonna do this weekend after I get back from Illinois.
I was thinking of the Connect when you said that.
No.
I was really gonna ask you, like, didn't you mean the Connect? I was like, never mind.
But I figured we could probably go over some of our characters, just basic backstory. Have your own backstory, and you're more than welcome to give it to me, and I'll read up on it. try to incorporate it somehow. The backstory is also for you guys to roleplay how you want your character to be.
Yeah,
you know Drake. You two know each other. You're an elf rogue.
So he knows you.
Yeah.
But
How am I gonna get into that mindset? Jeez, I've never played that before.
I know it's a little out of your comfort
Random
zone.
to me.
I mean,
This
I
is
don't-
the first time you haven't played a
would-
fighter. Are you okay with that? It's a bard. How different could it be?
Were you there? I'm pretty sure it was actually when you and I first met. Was that D&D campaign where Nick was DM? We did a campaign.
No, we met much earlier than that. I know what you're talking
Did
about.
we?
Yes.
Okay, all I know is we
I
started the
made
campaign.
like 3 different characters for 3 different campaigns
That we
just
never
ran
did.
of all different game types.
But all I know is we were sitting there and and Nick's like, okay, you all wake up, you're all in a prison, this is what you see, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, okay, the guard comes in, and I was like, I intimidated him for information or whatever, and the guy was like, okay, the guy won't tell you anything. I said, okay, I slit his throat. And then Adrian's like, I attack him because he's killing the guard. So we literally all just like, there's 3 of us fighting inside of this
restart.
jail cell, and Nick's like, guys, like, okay, 2 of you are already dead.
Yeah. Reroll new character.
That was-
Okay,
yeah,
you
so-
go reroll new character.
Yeah, so that's Elder Scrolls. Our Elder
Yeah,
Scrolls.
because I was running you guys through the storyline for Arena.
It
Actually.
reminded me of there's a gag that they do on Family Guy where it's talking about the world before religion was invented, and it's just a bunch of people and they're all just hanging out in like the Middle East, and it's all like, oh guys, like, yeah, how have you been, neighbor? Oh, I'm good, you're good. And the guy
We're
walks
playing
up,
Pathfinder 1.0.
and the guy walks up and he goes, wow, did you guys hear about the star baby that was born? And they all whip out swords and start stabbing each other. They're like, no, he's my god. That was
But
basically what happened. Was they all just like killed each other.
but what I found funny was like the whole situation of like we start this game and we start playing and like I was basing Skylar's archetype off of Abner Tharn, who's the player character in Arena. So I'm like, okay, you.
Wait, I did not know that. I never actually I don't know anything about Arena.
Yeah,
I know it is
yeah.
a game. That was all I know.
So like I'm like, okay, you have a vision, like
Isn't
the
he
the key into
the
your.
prophet? Yes, sir.
He's in the Prophet's party. He's in that group with like the Prophet and what's her face and
Oh,
Abner Tharn's
he's the
in
one
that group.
starts elsewhere.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting names mixed up now.
But anyway, so like I was basing his archetype off of Abner Tharn. So I was like, oh, okay, so you're in this cell, you have a vision, the key to unlock the door to the cell is hidden in this brick. He's like, oh, okay, sit down. And then y'all start killing each other, and Skylar's just like, and I'm like, Skylar, you're the only person that can open this door. And everybody's like, I picked the lock, and I'm like, with what? I don't know.
Phone.
I take this stone and I rub it on this to make it a pointy end. Sure, roll for it. I got a 27. Fail. You break the stone in the lock. Well, what the fuck now do we do? And I look over at Skylar, and Skylar's like, and everybody's just like, well, I attack him. Well, I attack him. And I'm like, Skylar, talk to your group. And Skylar's like, I think there's a key in the wall. And then Adrian goes, he knows stuff and he's not letting on. Everyone attack him. He's into something. I'm like, Adrian, shut the fuck up. He's just trying to push the story along.
And that was the thing, though, and don't get me wrong, like, I love Adrian to death, but she was the one that started all the fighting because she was like, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know any of these people, and I'm in player mindset, and all I know
Makes
is...
sense. She was
Right,
her
right.
character.
I agree.
Right.
But then it was just like, oh my god, Adrian's just like starting like 7-way fights, and Nick's just like... Basically, we all died in the prison.
It was a great first session.
Rox, you lied to me. You said you all live on Thursday. We're live on Thursday. I don't know what that says.
I said Wednesday, if that's EDJ.
Yeah. Or
Shadow.
KDJ.
You liar. I told you Wednesday. I will show you. Hold on.
I cannot wait
My
for
phone's
it
at 2%. I can't show
I
her.
can't wait for it to have auto-corrected to like Thursday.
Wednesday.
No, I typed it on the computer.
Wednesday, you mean
I just
Thursday?
put in all caps Shadow. He said Wednesday. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Nick doesn't want to talk about it anymore.
That's okay. It's just
I don't wanna talk
Apple's
about what?
super expensive. The
I
monitor
have-
stands at $1,000, which is fucking stupid.
I will say it. The one thing I have to say.
No.
No, hold on. Just let me talk for 2 seconds, okay?
One.
I am not defending because I am on your side.
That was your 2 seconds.
I'm on your side. The one thing.
Are you-
I
what are
will
you,
say is,
nationwide?
'cause I watched. Yes. I
Nationwide
watched a video,
is on
and
your
you need to watch
side.
it. It's actually really cool. It's only like 8 minutes long, but it's MKBHD talking about everything going on. And the thing is, we are looking at this as, okay, why would we ever pay $1,000 for this? This is stupid.
It's definitely Hollywood. It's meant for Hollywood.
But that's the thing is, in the
It's
industry,
media and content creation.
but in that industry, they're actually lowballing the shit out of all of the competition.
For a monitor stand?
I'm not, just the entire monitor altogether. So the two things I will say.
It's meant to compete against 30 and 40 grand.
So hold on, were we supposed to watch Game of Thrones episode 3 on this monitor?
But no, the one thing I would say though is in Nick brings up this point of, first of all, $1,000 monitor stand.
To my knowledge, none of us have watched Brightburn. Sorry, continue.
He said it is crazy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not, but other monitor stands in this industry are also, running $600, $700, $800 stands. So $1,000 Apple, that's not crazy to think of.
Okay.
But secondly, is the fact of, I do agree that they announced it wrong, is because the entire point was for the people that this is targeted at are people that already have a monitor stand and everything. All they're doing is buying a monitor to take this monitor down, put this monitor up, is how they're doing it. And most of those monitors are sold as just a monitor.
Weird.
So with that all stated, it would have made way more sense to say, okay, this monitor is a $6,000 monitor, or if you would like, you can buy it without a stand and it will save you $1,000. As opposed to saying, hey, this monitor is $5,000. Oh, by the way, next is their accessories for it. The stand is $1,000.
They were literally real life EAing me right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Like,
I showed them a picture. It looks photoshopped, but it literally, it has a thing. It shows just the stand, and it says price $9.99.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then again, the computer is also insanely lowballed for what it is.
Totally 100% meant for 3D modeling and stuff.
It's just not meant for us.
Are we in?
Let's play.
We're in the Pathfinder universe, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I know we're in Continent Galar, and that's as far as I've
Okay.
because I haven't decided on a city.
Cool.
We're playing on
Compton.
Casmaron, which is the continent, and we're on.
Right.
That's
Well, I just
my
Joey said
choice.
one of us has to seduce Sione for him.
Where the fuck are you guys whipping this shit out of your assholes?
What?
Have you guys memorized
Google-
the fucking player books or something?
Google Pathfinder Wiki.
Joey's been jerking
Yeah,
off to
that's about
Sione since 2009.
19,787,642 pages, and you guys all happen to know the exact same NPC.
He said we were playing on Casmaron, so
Sione.
I literally.
What the fuck is Casmaron?
It's the
It's
continent.
the continent.
I literally.
Sione
he
is
said-
love,
he said
Sione
we
is
were
life.
Playing on Casmaron, and I went and Googled Pathfinder Wiki Casmaron. And
Honestly,
read
I
the quick
literally,
history of
I
it.
literally Googled Pathfinder map. There's a whole interactive map that you can zoom in, like Google Maps and everything, specifically for Pathfinder. Would recommend.
I will take that recommendation.
The top one right there.
Okay.
That frog right there. What that frog said.
They have a bunch. It'll.
So
it'll
where are
describe-
you guys finding these NPCs that Joey wants
It's
us to face
it's
fuck?
the pictures in
It's
the,
it's
in the book.
in the book.
Core
This
rule
character, like she's the
She's
generic sorceress.
as
Like
for yeah.
so the it's just
I've been reading, for instance, the closest thing I can associate this would be Marvel for me.
okay.
So-
I've been reading Marvel for 27 years, and if you were just like, oh my god, that one NPC that had the red shirt on
This is the
character on
this is the
page
this
of
is the
thing.
equivalent of you reading Spider-Man, and then somebody.
That's not fucking Mary Jane.
No, that's not Mary Jane. That's what's her face. That's it.
Oh, what's her face, that one?
That's it's Jubilee. She might have had one crossover in Spider-Man, but if you also read this other thing, she's like the main character. So if you read the Pathfinder comics, she's one of the characters that's actually one of the heads.
Yeah, if you
Like
if we
she-
were to do the
Where have you all found the time to learn all of these names and
just
shit?
Google. bro.
Since
Yeah.
well, and also again, she's
I guess I
from
just have a
from the
full-time
very beginning
I
of
mean,
Pathfinder.
I work
So
60 hours
since
a week, and I
since
still-
2007 or whatever, whenever Pathfinder 1.0 came
rulebook.
out, whenever the core rulebook came
I
out,
only-
she's on the cover art of the core rulebook. She's
when you
in
flip
like
to the when you're flipping through classes.
I mean, I've got
they
the
show
core
s-
rulebook right
they
over
show
here.
Sorcerer.
I should.
It's 800 pages.
That's Pathfinder
Literally all of this, I feel like you guys could. I could
But,
just say
Well,
this
there's
book page 80. Who's on it? You
there
can tell
are
me.
No.
there are campaign books. That was my friend. There are
Oh.
campaign books
Double kill.
that use those characters.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
like Adventure Paths.
Yeah, that.
Where like you'll come into contact with somebody and you'll talk to them and interact with them and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just,
I didn't even know
I
what
went in.
continent
She's
we're in,
also-
what city we're in.
I will also
know
say
what-
right there's the GM screen. She's on the GM screen.
Where's the DM screen?
Down there you go. Up,
yeah, that's it.
up.
That one.
Hard. There you go. I'll be in Maryland until next Wednesday or Thursday. Damn.
Who said that?
Shadow. Shadow will be in Maryland until next Wednesday or Thursday. Then
Right.
Sunday head to Tennessee.
Like she's
Yep.
on. I mean, she's on the DM screen.
Yeah.
So who's that?
I don't remember his name. He's an Eldritch Knight.
Looks like fucking
Those are all the classes. They just basically took every
What
class
the
and
fuck
gave
class
it
is
a name.
he?
Eldritch Knight. It's a prestige class. So you get to level 20, then you can multi-class into a prestige class, and then you have like a thing. But
He's a fire dragon.
hold on. That's a prestige class. Technically, if you want that, that's a magus. Also, if you want a starter class as that.
So like, I mean, all Corey said was, "Hey, we're gonna be playing in Casmeron," and I went and just.
Yeah, by the way,
Airs.
I 100%. I didn't know we were gonna do this because out of nowhere I had you and Adrian going, "Yeah, what continent are we starting in? And do you know what city?" And I just went Pathfinder map. Casmeron's pretty big. We're going to Casmeron.
And then I just.
And it works so perfectly though.
I went in the other day and I just Googled Pathfinder wiki half elf lore. And just started reading up on what like half elf culture is. Like I found out that the majority of elves come from the country of Keonan, which is a reclusive city, a reclusive kingdom that's in like the northwest border of Casmeron, typically shrouded in fog because elves are reclusive as fuck, and a lot of people don't like them because some event happened called Starfall. And the elves left Golarion, went to some other planet, and then as soon as they discovered that some demon had infiltrated Keonan and was like slaying their forest, the elves came back and pushed him back, and now the elves are like slowly reintegrating themselves into society. And that's all I know so far. But it was
All
just
I know is I spent 3 hours online one day trying to read the synopsis of the first Warcraft game. Just Warcraft.
I can't do it.
3 hours into that fucking thing, I was like, I know less now than I did when I started.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't get
Oh,
on
well,
shit.
see,
should I
that's the
feel
difference.
bad that I read all 3 of the Warcraft Chronicles?
No, I'm glad you
Yeah,
like
it's-
them.
it's
I understand them. I
It's one of
want
those
to
things-
fucking do that.
Yeah.
I just can't.
It's hard
I
to
try
get
and
into.
I'm like, I
Depends-
don't
I
understand
found
it.
that there are certain writing styles that I very much enjoy.
So that's what I've kind of realized. One thing that I really like with the World of Warcraft stuff.
You start talking about, like, all the stuff with, like, the
What is her
Kill
name?
Jaden's
Like Christy
Christy
Golden is amazing with writing because she doesn't get too wordy, but still gives you enough details. But she uses a lot of the action to follow the story. But I'm trying to remember
Maybe
who
that's not I'm thinking of then.
who's the guy that did
Who
the
were
Day
the,
of the
like,
Dragon
weird,
and
like-
9.
No idea.
We're over 2 hours.
Like,
guys.
yeah,
we
weird,
are.
like elemental, like
Well, I'm going
gods,
home.
planes
Ragnaros?
that like.
Ragnaros is the fire
I'll get him
elemental.
stop.
I mean, these are the people that like came to Azeroth that
Richard
spread
Mack.
magic into Azeroth.
Richard Knack is also another
Started,
really good
like,
writer that does a lot of books with
200 million
Warcraft.
years before.
I don't have the Chronicle in front of me, so I can't really answer
Well, I don't need
that.
that, like,
Play
names, I'm just
some
reading what they're
now.
called.
Draenei?
The Elemental Lords.
71 to play.
The-
Is it just Elemental Lords?
Yeah, the Elemental
I thought they had like a
Elemental
specific,
Lords.
like not Draenor, but I thought they had like an actual.
Well, I know
name.
Draenei are supposed to be thousands of years old.
They,
Well, yeah,
they
but
are,
they're
but
from
elves.
so the Draenei are the exiles of the Eridar. They left Argus when Sargeras came and took over the planet. They left. That's Draenei in their language literally translates to exile, and they left and landed on Azeroth.
Maybe it's Sargeras is what I'm thinking of.
Sargeras is a fallen titan.
Maybe it's the
If you want to
Titans
get
I'm
into
thinking of.
Warcraft lore, that's like a
Uh,
whole podcast episode.
I was gonna say we're at 2 hours and 17 minutes. I really don't feel like making this a 7-hour podcast.
because I can
Like-
dive into this.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The
this is the
eternal
thing that he
Can I-
fucking
can-
nerds
can I-
on
can I
about.
break out the Josh Hicks real quick?
Oh,
What?
fuck.
One of the servers we work with, whenever he gets super passionate about something, he's just like, all right, what do you want to talk about?
If he would come at me like that, I'd stab him.
This is also the same guy whose like idea of a good time is a case of beer and Wikipedia.
Oh,
Like,
the dude that
to
like
be
literally was
fair-
like, I'm gonna learn about the Russian.
Hold
Like,
on.
Yeah.
We did that a lot with YouTube.
No. I mean, like this guy is like, okay, popping open a Bud Light. Now I'm gonna sit here and learn about 14th century Russian dynasties.
Have you ever played the game?
Yes.
How many clicks till you find Jesus?
Oh yeah,
I've played How Many Clicks Till You Find Hitler?
I've also
That's
played
what
that.
I've also
Yeah,
played.
that one.
I've also played it. That
How
was
many
one.
clicks till you
about?
get to Hitler?
So in Wikipedia, or Christianity is a more popular one. In Christianity, think of a word or something and go to Wikipedia and search for it.
Okay.
And from there, try to find the least amount of clicks to get to Christianity.
For
what?
us,
Or for Hitler.
it was
It was
go to
different.
Wikipedia, generate a random article, and how many clicks till you can get to Hitler.
But I mean, that doesn't make any like.
Because you follow the hyperlinks.
It's like 6 degrees of separation.
I get that. If you type in Jesus, obviously the first click's gonna be.
Right.
Right, so that's why
So, right,
random
so
random
you
article.
What is the goal? Is what I'm saying. Is
You
to
go to
get the
Wikipedia,
most,
and
or to
Wikipedia,
get
US.
Wikipedia has a button for random article.
To be
And
fair,
then from there, it's...
Oh, so you're not searching
No, no,
something.
no.
Well,
you hit
I am.
random.
Oh.
and go,
I am.
okay.
So the way we did it, because we did it one day at work, it wasn't the least amount of clicks; it was the most amount of clicks.
So try to get like.
as many as possible to Christianity. But if there was a page on, well,
So type in like bread, loaf, and fish, and then like try to get like,
to Christianity,
because that's more obscure as opposed to being like cross.
it's like doing both, right? So like, I think I came up with the word mango,
Why are you talking about my religion?
and I said,
Hitler's your religion?
I said,
Sorry,
mango.
Shadow.
So someone searched mangoes, and then saw it. Mangoes come from Brazil, and they clicked on Brazil. Guess what Brazil's #1 fucking religion was? Christianity. 3 clicks. So I was trying to think of something that was at least 5 clicks. Couldn't do it. The most we ever got was 4. Turns out
Bioshock.
everything has some sort of fucking
Oh,
connection
actually,
to
no.
Christianity.
I was gonna say actually the whole Bioshock wouldn't even work because
Hitler's a lot of fun too, because you can literally
Well,
you
we
can
did-
generate a random article, and then it's a race between you and your friends who can get to Hitler.
Yes, that's how we played. It wasn't number of clicks. It was like I give you a word, you give me a word.
Who
So
can get to Hitler
I'd say
faster?
like keyboard, and you'd be like archways.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, okay, go. And it's like you're just clicking stuff, and you look for like keywords that you remember that would like more lead to Hitler. You're just like, keep clicking, it's like yes, I got it.
Yeah.
Seriously,
I-
That was
I-
computer lab.
I'm sorry, Shadow. I am apparently. Oh, that's cheap. I am apparently Shadow's least favorite person now because I made a Hitler joke about religion.
Hey, you know who plays a good Adolf Hitler? Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Gottfried does an amazing Hitler. That was I was very pleasantly. Adrian watched the rest of those and
They're not as good.
Adrian watched every one and she goes, Helen Keller was hands down the best.
Yeah, Helen Keller.
Or not Helen Keller, fucking Anne Frank.
I was like, what the fuck are
I'm
you
gonna
doing?
go home.
Okay, anyway, we gotta end this.
God.
We gotta end this. Really sorry for offending you, Shadow. I promise we'll try not to do it anymore. And we should all play ESO because it's an amazing game. Till next week, I'm Nick.
Tyler.
Joseph Mengele.
Shannon?
I'm Corey. Shadow just elbow dropped me up, Bruner. You're good.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna end that right there.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
I don't get it either. Mandalay Bay Resort?
No.
Joseph Mengele was the dude that was
Like
at the concentration camp, so
he
it
was
like
the lead doctor at like Auschwitz.
Oh.
and
he would like fuck with like
Birkenau.
twins and be like, oh hey, like why do you guys have blue eyes? I'm gonna inject dye into your eye to find out why.
The
you
kind of
have
guy
red."
that would find pregnant women and literally like bind their legs shut during birth to see what would happen.
That's
Like
fucked up.
he was the like the guy that did the human experiments during World War II.
So
the
luckily
Germans.
to him, we have fucking like modern medicine.
A lot
Kind-
of stuff we know.
Ironically,
from him.
kind of.
Yeah, ironically, a lot of discoveries.
We
came
actually
from
took
him.
we took
Okay,
we took
and